ourselves a Friday program with a lot of stuff to talk about and a lot of stuff to get to. I will begin, though, with the NBA playoffs, which I said at the beginning we're delivering. And last night for me was proof positive. There were 3 outcomes last night that I didn't see happening, which to me is what makes the postseason great. Solana said the Atlanta Hawks were going to push a game 7. No. They didn't show up for game 6.
Did they know they were playing for something?
That was crazy. And normally I'm not interested in watching a big blowout. I could not take my eyes off that game.
They could have beat them by 60.
Easily
if they stayed in. They put in guys I've never heard of before in my life. That was nuts.
There was like a white kid who had like a bushy mane of hair, who looked like he was straight out of high school. Yep, yeah. I felt so good for that kid. I'm like, there's no chance that guy ever thought he was going to see minutes in a playoff game in his life. And there he is jacking up threes.
When the coach yelled William down the bench, he was like, what?
He was listening to his iPod. Great head of hair, though.
Yeah, he did.
Tyler Kolek, by the way, been in the league. Tyler Kolek is his name. He's been in the league 3 years. Yeah.
He never.
Who's he? Is he like a Mac McClung? Like, is he just like an energy guy? I mean,
yeah, he's a shooting guard off the bench. He played at Marquette, and he's a shooting guard. I mean,
but does he normally shoot towards the basket, or does he normally do what he did last night?
Are the rims different at Marquette? Because I watched him play.
So is Nikola Jokic? Is it like? What are we doing with Denver? We anointed Denver. We've done this for 2 straight years. 2 years after they won the title, right? Where we're like, yeah, but you don't ever want to face Denver, and you can't count out Denver. And I'm wondering if that one championship season was an aberration season. I'm not like, you can't keep. There was no Ant Edwards. Like, what happened last night?
Is Jamal Murray shot?
Maybe.
Because that's what I just saw. He's not the force. Jokic is he'll get. I'll tell you this: Jokic will win another MVP somewhere. He'll be an MVP again, but he has no help. That's the problem.
But doesn't he need to will his team to a victory in that situation last night? Like, we talk about him. I know Jim Larinaga and Solana have had the conversation. Maybe the best big man of all time. So at some point, because we don't do this with other stars, where it's like, well, but what about the guy next to him? It was like, no, that's your job. You got to lead that team to victory, not Jamal Murray, like you do. And I just wonder if we need to reassess. I said earlier this season, do we need to reassess what's going on with Kevin Durant? Because he's seemingly, now who knows what's going to go on in this Houston series, but it doesn't look like he's playing anyway. But do we need to reassess Jokic? I'm not telling you he's not incredible in the regular season, but so was Detroit. Like, I'm not telling you that he's not an MVP caliber player. I'm just wondering what's going on here in the postseason.
The Nuggets, Solana, I know you know more about this. My mind, watching those games last night, the Nuggets have let him down with his surroundings. You watch San Antonio, Wemby, Dylan Harper, Vassell and Castle. They have a loaded backcourt, and now Wemby's underneath the rim, where Jamal Murray starts going downhill, and they don't bring anybody else in to really help him out. You have to have a big three. Our big three. We loved our big three. There are 3 Hall of Famers. Jokic is a Hall of Famer. Is there anybody on Jokic's team that's a Hall of Famer? Because Jamal Murray right now is not making the Hall of Fame.
Right, but I mean, that's the team. Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray, Joker, that won the NBA Finals and choked out Jimmy Butler's Miami Heat. I think there's a lot of things at play. If I'm going to place blame in Denver on anybody, it's not so much Jamal Murray, who is just getting absolutely choked out by Jaden McDaniels, who deserves credit. Like, before we're throwing shade at Jamal Murray and saying he's washed, he's cooked, because he's not. He's still in his 20s. He'll be fine. Jaden McDaniels called that team out, called them a bunch of bitches, and then went out, literally called them bitches, and then went out and kicked their ass and was the best player in that series. I'm throwing a ton of shade at Denver's front office. I mean, they fired Michael Malone.
Maybe that's part of it. I was thinking that too. Like Michael Malone was kind of having success with that team.
They fire their GM. And look, there was a power struggle there. I don't know the inner workings of what happened, but they elevate David Adelman to that coaching, to that position, and they haven't been the same team. So, yes, they lost Michael Porter Jr. Yes, Aaron Gordon was banged up in this series. Yes, Rudy Gobert. I have a hot take about Rudy Gobert that I want to share with you guys later on in the show.
Worth more than 5 picks.
I'm not kidding. Minnesota won that trade. I have a whole thing for you guys later on in the show.
Well, no. You can't declare that they won.
Bam's better than him on defense, Hawk. Remember, Bam is a better defensive player than Gobert.
Well, voter fatigue. But you can't declare them the winner when they got past Denver in the first round of the playoffs. It has to end in a title. For what they gave up for him, it has to end in a title.
Hawk, they've gone to 2 straight Western Conference Finals, and Rudy Gobert just played one of the best defensive series, which is funny considering Joker's numbers were still stupidly good, but just played one of the best defensive series that I've ever seen a center play with my own 2 eyes. And I watched Alonzo Mourning play my entire life. I mean, what this guy did throughout this entire series is unbelievable. But to me, it comes down to David Adelman, and it comes down to the Nuggets front office. What the hell did they do? Because he's 16-16 in the postseason. That's not good enough when you've got the greatest player maybe of this era on your team.
The front office, they're letting Joker down. He's doing his thing.
But if I said to you, just going back to the Rudy Gobert thing, you're going to give up 5 first-round picks. It's going to end in 2 conference championship appearances. You'd say not worth it.
Right,
so
but
I just want to say, like, Gobert, I'm with you. They win that trade if they win a title.
It's fair, but you're right, by the way. Like, when you give up 4 first-round picks, the end outcome should be you go and you compete for an NBA title every single year. They haven't even been to the finals. So you're right, Hawk. But when I compare it and add the context to what Utah has done with that draft capital, they're still terrible. They stink. They've done nothing with it. While Minnesota continues to just be perennial Western Conference title contender at the very least. Well, you'll give me that nod. I don't know. I think when you make a major trade like that, they couldn't get out of the first round. They couldn't be a consistent playoff team. And now they're beating the Nuggets in the playoffs. They've gotten to 2 straight Western Conference Finals. I think that matters. I really do. I think that has to be taken into consideration. The way that we diminished that entire front office, we called them clowns. We called it the worst trade up until the Luka trade, the worst trade in NBA history. And I'm looking back on it now, and I'm saying I was wrong. I think everybody was wrong about that trade.
But they're beating Glass Joe and the Hippo guy in Mike Tyson Punch-Out. They're going to have to see OKC or San Antonio, and they can't play with them boys. I don't give a damn how good Gobert is. That's the problem.
The Battle of Versailles, baby. Wemby versus Gobert. Let's go. Let's go.
Cool.
Listen, Hawk, cool. If a championship is what you need for the Gobert trade to be legitimized, it's not going to happen.
It has to be, though. That has to be the barometer. If you give up that many first-round picks, it has to be the outcome. Has to.
And is Minnesota going to beat San Antonio or OKC in the 7 games? It's not. That's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't think they were going to beat Denver.
I didn't think this postseason was going to play out in any way, shape, or form that it has, which goes back to my original point. It's delivered. It really has. I mean, the fact that Boston is now going to a game 7 with Philly, what? Like, what?
I don't know what they shot in Big Boy's knee, but that knee doesn't look bad.
Man.
Playoff P's back, too, man. Paul George last night.
Paul
he looked like
balling.
I have a hot take on the Sixers, too. Time to trade Embiid and just build around Maxey and VJ Edgecombe, keep Paul George, and go get yourself a Rudy Gobert.
Can you get anything for Embiid?
I don't know. It's not really a hot take. Obviously, building around 2 young stars is
Not out of the box thinking.
Right.
How can you say I have a hot take and then say your take is not hot?
Because
On second thought.
the idea that they're going to trade the face of their franchise, the process, as Noah Eagle called them 13 times yesterday, is ridiculous. But why not? Like, bro, Tyrese Maxey, we drafted Precious Achua before him. Oh my God!
Don't do that. Don't do that, because we could have drafted Andre Johnson to the Dolphins. You can't look back like that, bro.
I know. But Tyrese Maxey is a legitimate, bona fide star, man, a star.
All right, let's do headlines. Let me remind everybody, one more pair of Eagles tickets. We have one more pair of Eagles tickets today. They're bringing their Long Goodbye Act 3 tour to Hard Rock Live May 13th. And if you want to win today's pair, be listening at 4:40. 4:40 this afternoon. We will give away our final pair of tickets to see the Eagles at Hard Rock Live. If you want to purchase tickets, you can go to casino.hardrock.com/Hollywood and just go to the events page right there. But 4:40 today is when you need to be listening to win the Eagles tickets. Headlines are brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Visit them at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com.
Every Florida Panthers favorite annual tradition transpired last night. Jimmy, go ahead. This was your story before we went live. What happened last night?
The Oilers are not going to go to the Stanley Cup Finals.
Connor McDavid, enjoy Cancun, you bum. Where do Canadians go? Like during the summer, Hawk? Where do they go?
Oh, great question. Usually Lake Worth. Right here in South Florida.
All right. Well, enjoy Lake Worth, Connor McDavid.
Don't they go to Cancun as well?
Nah, they come to Lake Worth.
Anaheim knocked out Edmonton in 6. NBA playoffs tonight. The Magic can close out the Pistons at home, game 6. The Raptors can close out the Cavs. The Cavs can close out the Raptors in Toronto, 7:30. Brandon Ingram is doubtful with a heel injury. He literally was a ghost in the last game. Like didn't do anything because he's injured. He's doubtful. That's no bueno for the Raptors. And then the Rockets and Lakers are going to play at 9:30. We talked about it yesterday. No KD in that game. Rockets trying to force a game 7. Los Modelines do open up their series versus the Phillies tonight. And it's F1 weekend, the Grand Prix, the Miami Grand Prix.
Are you going, Crowder? I know you have your dad's memorial this weekend. Are you going to F1?
I'm not going to F1 because I didn't even know the timing was going down, but we set up my dad's memorial 4 months ago, and I never did the research.
It is the hottest ticket in South Florida. It's going to be a hot weekend weather-wise, but it is the hottest ticket in South Florida, this F1 stuff, man.
I love F1.
The race starts at 4. I don't know. That surprised me. I don't know why.
You want to start at midnight?
Of all the times you could have chosen, midnight was the one you wanted. Right? I don't know.
Like NFL games start at 1 and 4. Like, what's wrong with 4 o'clock?
Well, they don't start at 4 on the East Coast. They start at 1 on the East Coast, and then the ones on the West Coast start at 4. But I don't know. I
get at 4 o'clock.
Every now and then. It just surprised me from the standpoint of it's pretty hot at 4 o'clock, isn't it?
Or I think it's getting cooler at 4 o'clock.
Is that the idea that the sun's gone down a little bit? A little
I don't know. How long does an F1 race last?
Like 2 hours?
Not long, 2 hours. That's the greatest part about it. It's different than NASCAR. NASCAR lasts overnight. F1
I
is
thought
quick.
This was like the 24 hours of Le Mans. Jay Keller 5 is listening. It's such a great joke.
Did you go to Le Mans class when Lori was pregnant?
Different Le Mans.
Oh.
That's Le Mans.
Oh.
I've never seen an F1 race. So it's just 2 hours?
You've never seen an F1 race?
Not like a whole way, not like from beginning to end. I mean, I got the idea. They're going around a track, right?
It's a
right.
They are on a track, Hawk. It's a sprint. It's not a long race. It's not a cross country.
It's not a circle though, right?
No. But it's fast and like they get after it. They don't just sit there and do circles like NASCAR. I think F1's gonna. I don't know if whatever, but
it's gonna take off. That's your hot take. It's gonna take off.
My hot take. I don't know if it's hot because now we're allowed to do that. F1 is 1,000 times better than NASCAR.
What do? One lap?
Yeah, just one, and then they just play Connect 4 after for the other 2 hours.
No, I don't know how long the lap is. The lap could be 20 miles. How long is an F1 race?
Like how long, distance wise?
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how long, but maybe like 150 to 200 miles on average.
Solana, do you know that, or you're just saying numbers?
Yeah, I got to know if that's anywhere in the ballpark.
No, it is 100%. I watched Drive to Survive the first season. Big Daniel Ricciardi fan, and I dabble a little bit. I went to the Miami Grand Prix 2 times the first 2 years.
Does an F1 race typically lasts about 90 minutes for a nonstop race, but with a maximum of 2 hours allowed to complete the full distance, which is generally set to be at least 305 kilometers or 190 miles.
Told you.
Yeah, it's too fast. No, like you're paying all this money and then the event is over in 90 minutes?
Yeah, but they have the sprint race the day before. It's a whole event. It's almost like something based. It's a party around the racetrack is what F1 is.
You're literally paying to say you went to F1. Let me tell you how this really goes, okay? First of all, Hawk, these cars reach like 175 miles per hour. You sit wherever you get your ticket. Normally, unless you're a billionaire, you're sitting on like turn 7. These cars zoom by you 50 times. You barely see them. Can't even get a good video or picture. All you hear is, and then the race is over. You spent $80,000 on a t-shirt and a hat for Mercedes. You spent $7,000 on tortilla chips and an Aperol Spritz. And all you got out of it was a video of, there you go. That's F1, everybody. Oh, also,
hey,
you get 18-degree burns sitting in the Miami sunlight.
And that first was McLaren because McLaren's the best team around.
They were, but
no.
Were.
Listen, no,
they were.
No, I'll put my vest on. You better not. I'll put my orange vest on.
But it's a great time, everybody. You should check it out. Really,
it's a party around.
Right. So it's not. So the sporting event itself is secondary.
If McLaren's not running,
what is that's on Sunday, Solana, or Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday is the qualifying rounds that also start at 4, and then Sunday is the actual race. All this is on Apple TV, by the way. I know most of us have an Apple TV subscription because we watch Inter Miami games, so you can watch this on Apple TV.
No, I know it's very popular. I don't know anything about it because I haven't watched an entire race. I had no idea it was only 90 minutes.
Yeah, it happens to be very entertaining, genuinely. Like when you dive deep into the mechanics behind the cars, what they do to build these cars to make them aerodynamic, the minuscule advantages that they put into it engineering wise, it genuinely is really cool. And then there's skill to it, when you should pit, when your tires have tread, and so on and so forth. I dabble in F1.
You watched the movie with Brad Pitt and Damson
I saw the movie.
Idris. That's all he's talking about. He watched the movie, Hawk. That's all he's talking about.
They had like a control center in the movie. That was shocking to me. They have like scientists who are writing code.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I never saw the movie. I told you. I watched Drive to Survive, year 1, the first season. It was all about Daniel Ricciardi, the Australian, good-looking dude. I was all in. And then come to find out, halfway through that season, he stinks. He's not even one of the best drivers. I'm like, wait, I attached myself to a bum, and then that's it. I was out. I was done.
Well, everybody enjoy F1 weekend here in South Florida.
Best drivers are on McLaren.
All right, we got it. You've got Xavier Alexander. You got Xavier Edwards' phone number. And you're a proud sponsor and supporter of McLaren.
No, I'm not a sponsor. I'm gonna get my
They're
vest
a
on. Watch
sponsor of
next
you.
segment. Watch next segment. I'm gonna have my vest.
Crowder's a big Lando Norris fan.
Oh,
Right, Crowder?
love Lando.
Yeah. Defending champ. Come on.
Yeah, and Pastronakis. I don't know his real name.
Oscar Piastri.
There we go.
Oh, the Pastronaut.
He looks way different than the Pastronaut.
Your weather in South Florida. It's 85 degrees. Remember, it's going to get really hot this weekend. Perfect to be out in the middle of a parking lot in Miami Gardens. It's going to feel like 100 degrees Saturday and Sunday, and then we'll get a tiny little cold front moving in next week. This weather report was brought to you by, or next week, rather. This weather report was brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping homeowners stay safe this storm season. Visit tornadoroofing.com for a free roof and window estimate.
All right, we'll talk a little Marlins with Kyle Seeloff, the TV voice for your Miami Marlins. So don't go anywhere. We'll take a break. We'll come back, talk some Marlins next.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Hey, Claude, let's jump Hawk.
Hey, Steeloff, you hear me?
Why don't I hear nothing?
You hear me? No?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Are we
but
live?
No.
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 I can't hear nothing. What's going on?
I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna text you. There you go, streamers. Hey, Sealoff, what about now?
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
I was on my phone. I don't know what happened.
All good. No problem, man. Yeah, you sound good though. We're back in a few seconds. I'm gonna put you behind the scenes and I'll bring you right back up.
All right, Doug.
Thanks, man.
Jimmy, you're going to have to explain yourself.
It's Star Wars night tonight at the game.
Oh, it is? Star Wars night tonight at the Marlins game. Can you confirm that, Kyle Seeloff? I'll bring you on here officially, but can you confirm that tonight is Star Wars night?
Big night. Certainly is.
I will be there. Solana will be there as well. Oh, that's an excellent Lando Calrissian.
Well, I hate to say this, but I've never seen a Star Wars movie in my life, and I really don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
live
goodness.
long and prosper.
Live long and prosper, Sealoff.
That's probably not going to happen either. Onward.
All right. Before we get to Kyle Seeloff here, our Whiskey Stars and Cigars event presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall is 1 week away. It is 1 week from tonight, and you can come on out and talk sports and hang out with the QAM staff at Tabacone Cigars and Spirits at Plantation Walk. You come out, enjoy a nice Scotch whiskey from Johnny Walker and a smooth cigar from Drew Estate. It is free. All you have to do is stop by. Starts at 6 p.m. next Friday. You can get all the info at WQAM.com. Must be 21 or older. But again, next Friday, 6 p.m., Tabacone Cigars and Spirits at Plantation Walk. Whiskey Stars and Cigars presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall. 4 brands, 1 location, your local Cadillac, Buick, GMC, and Chevy dealer. And if you were listening yesterday, Solana may have let the cat out of the bag that there will be a surprise Miami Heat guest there that night. So bring your camera as if your camera was not with you at all times, as if you were bringing your disposable camera that you picked up at the 1 hour photo store. Kyle Seeloff is on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. He's the television play-by-play man for the Miami Marlins on Marlins.tv. And I think, are they on free TV tonight?
Yes, we're on CBS 4 tonight.
Oh, there you go. If you're not a subscriber and you want to hear the dulcet tones of Seeloff, I mean, CBS 4 is the place to be tonight. The Marlins coming off a series win against the Dodgers. They open a 4-game series tonight against the Phillies. First pitch is 7:10 at Lone Depot Park. I will be there. Solana will be there as well. Apparently some Star Wars fans will be there. I really wish I could go Sunday because it's Yacht Rock Day, and you know that's my wheelhouse. I got to get me one of those Yacht Rock captain's hats with the Marlins logo. That's badass. How important was the series win over the Dodgers, Kyle? Because I feel like for the psyche, a series win like that can pay dividends.
I agree with you, because if you guys go back to Monday and they had that lead in the 9th inning and the Dodgers come back and walk you off, you get the sense like you had them. This was your chance. Now they're just going to throttle you because you left the door open for them and they just smashed it down. But to come back after that and to win game 2 and then to win on Wednesday afternoon in the fashion that they did, and to get back to within a game of 500, it has kind of reignited the conversation again nationally, like, well, the pesky Marlins, because it did feel like they were teetering a little bit after that loss on Monday. But I think it says a lot, their ability to bounce back from that. That's hard to do. I mean, those, you can get throttled 10-0, but it's a tougher pill to swallow when you get walked off like that. It kind of keeps you up at night. So it was a very important series win.
And Kyle, is this rotation, because that was the all excitement, and I've asked a number of people, talked to Strom and Appel and all those guys, the baseball guys, like, is it legit? Sandy, Yuri, Paddock, Meyer. I love Phillips because he slaps the hell out of himself before he goes, but just the bullpen in the rotation, is this legit? Because I know we're early in the season.
It is, and I'll tell you why. It's because of the way that they utilize these guys. You have 5 very good starting pitchers who don't often go too deep into games, and they've assembled the bullpen in a fashion where it's kind of quick spurts. And it's got to go well, obviously, but if you can get 5 or 6 innings from your starter, and then on the off chance they give you a little bit more, but you don't often see that, just because analytics tell you 3rd time through the order, you're flirting with disaster. They have a very good bullpen. I think the sample size is nearly big enough now where I do think you can say that it's pretty legit. But I think we expected that. This team is built on pitching. And, I saw MLB Network this morning. They were talking again about these guys are like the Brewers. They pitch well. They defend well.
Is that Tommy Hutton calling you?
No, it was not. But he might be calling soon, though. He's probably in his car updating me on his drive.
All right.
But, yeah, I think they're legit. It's been fun, man. This is a fun team. This is a really fun young team to watch.
Seeloff, I saw this tweet earlier in the week, and I was going to use it today to flex, like, my baseball knowledge. But luckily, Jack McMullen was on our station earlier, and he kind of confirmed this take. So I know it's a decent take. But Liam Hicks, 99.2% zone contact rate. Aside from that, the 7 homers. Was this like a breakout start for him?
What are we doing? Crowder and I are having the same reaction. Zone contact rate.
What are you talking
what
about?
Are you? What show do you think this is? Do you think we're doing inside pitch here? We spent half the week talking about prime rib, and you're going to drop zone. I don't even know what the stat is.
99 zone percentage rate in the inside.
Zone contact rate. I mean, that's huge.
I got the channel wrong for where you can watch the Marlins tonight, and you're talking about zone contact rate. Thank you, Jimmy. It's on the CW tonight, not CBS 4. It's on CW 33.
Okay. Now, what was the question?
Breakout season for Liam Hicks. Is it too early to say that?
That was much better, Solana. That was much better. No, maybe when he comes to bat tonight, should I refer to him as the greatest catcher of all time?
Get no arguments out of me.
Well, his contact rate is amazing, though, Kyle.
What
most
is
RBI.
Solana? Go ahead. Can you explain it to me? What is zone contact rate?
Zone contact rate is the amount of pitches thrown inside the zone that you make contact with. And he's making 99.2% contact with pitches thrown inside the zone. Now, it doesn't take a mathematician or an Einstein to realize that that's a pretty high percentage. Hawk.
Well, is it? What's a typical zone percentage rate for a batter?
For a catcher?
No, for a batter.
For a batter?
Yeah.
I mean, you're comparing apples to oranges
Well,
here.
you
Like,
just said that it's an insane zone contact rate. You didn't give the qualifier of it being a catcher.
the whole point of me bringing this up was to ask Seeloff about it. And I imagine for a catcher, especially Liam Hicks, Seeloff, I wasn't
I
expecting.
just can't allow that kind of sports talk on this show.
We're breaking it down pretty good. I think we're into it a little bit here. I think we're getting somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I
I
mean,
do think he's having a breakout year, though. I mean, he's the most RBIs by a catcher in Major League history before May 1st. Pretty insane. Rule 5 pick, never played AAA ball. Kind of showed flashes last year. It's pretty darn good. I don't know a lot of the analytics and stuff that you're referring to, but I know what I see, and that's pretty darn good.
me neither. I don't know what I just read.
But did you look up his zone contact rate? Like when
No.
you knew that we were going to talk baseball today?
No, I genuinely had this tweet when I knew Seeloff was coming on. I had this tweet in my favorites because I saw it and I'm like, wow, that's pretty interesting. Eric Cross, MLB, fun fact of the day. Liam Hicks has a 99.2% zone contact rate.
You know
And everybody in the replies is like, wow, that's amazing. How's
No,
that possible?
It makes sense. It was kind of like when you did the Pizzola, are you buying the Sabres? And we were like, where does that come from? I got to show you my...
Oh, we got to read fun facts of the day. That's what we have to look.
But I got to
into.
show you my questions because he talked about, because I have my questions written for the Marlins. Here's what I had. Oh, damn, I just lost it. I really want you to see it just so you can see. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not.
Talk about Liam Hicks.
That was my question. My question, I was literally going to say to Kyle, hey, talk about Liam Hicks. And then you dropped a zone contact rate on me, and I found it funny. You're not incorrect. I just found it funny that you used that when we've never, in 10 years, I've never heard that.
It's just
Front office would be very happy about that. That is stuff that they look at.
Seeloff and Solana, just a couple of broadcasters chopping it up. You know, what
I know. That's what I'm saying. It felt out of the blue on this particular show.
There you go. Give him a call.
He's got Xavier Edwards' phone number. We know. We know. He mentions that. He's got Xavier Edwards' phone number correct.
I can call him.
Well, anything I ask now is going to pale in comparison to zone
We'll see.
contact rate.
May not.
What about the Marlins for where they stand now in the NL East? I'm guessing if Clayton McCullough, anyone associated with the team, would have been told before the season starts, hey, you're going to get to May 1st, you're going to be second in the NL East, you're going to be a game behind 500, they'd probably have signed up for that in a heartbeat, no?
Yeah, I think so. And I think because of the situation that the Phillies and Mets are in, I think, even though it is May 1st, the Marlins are going to have a real shot here to put in kind of a bid for that wild card spot. I really do. I think the Phillies and the Mets have buried themselves to the extent that the door is wide open for the Marlins to play really good baseball. And if you can be 500 around August 1st, and again, I understand we have a ways to go, that gives you a real shot to play meaningful baseball in the final 2 months of the year. And I just think they're built in a way that they don't sustain losing streaks because of the way that they pitch. Generally, it gives them a chance to win in the way they hit. They don't rely on home runs, and they don't just have to slug their way to wins, as you guys see and watch and hear. They just kind of knock the ball around, and they just stress you out for a few hours, and that's how they win their game. So I think the way that they're built will allow them to endure some losing streaks like every team will, and I think it'll also allow them, to rattle off some wins in a row to put themselves in a good position here in a couple of months. I really do.
And I do have Xavier Edwards' number, but he's been raking.
I
I had to let Kyle know I do have his number. But Stowers and them guys, are the bats good enough? Because I asked about the pitching. My son plays baseball. He's at IMG. He's a very good baseball player. It's pitching, it's bats, and it's skipper making the right decision. That's the three parts of baseball in my mind. Am I wrong? And do we have the bats to do it? Because that would be my question seeing this rotation.
Yeah, no, I don't think you're wrong. I really don't. But I think the good thing, kind of going back to what I was just talking about with this team, is they have an identity, and they know it's not every time we show up to the ballpark we have to score 8 runs with 4 different three-run bombs or something, right? Like, do they have the bats that like the Dodgers have, and maybe some of the top teams that people often reference do? No, but that doesn't mean they cannot win with what they have, which is, I think, is what's been encouraging. Now, I think Augustin Ramirez will hit his fair share of homers. I think Stowers will. He's still looking for his first. Liam Hicks has been a pleasant surprise. Norby will hit his fair share. When it's all said and done, I think people might be surprised by the amount of power they do have, but they don't necessarily just need to slug to win these games. So behind good pitching and a good bullpen to start the year, the big thing, honestly, is when they get on, they run, man, they steal. And oftentimes they have a man in scoring position, and they've been one of the best teams in baseball the last couple of years with men in scoring position in 2 outs. And if you're just going to constantly drive in runs like that, you're going to win a lot of games. So is it a little unorthodox, the style that they play to win in 2026 in Major League Baseball? Sure, but that doesn't mean they can't do it. And I think that's what's been exciting.
Siloff, I know that this is kind of a touchy subject because, even Sandy Alcantara made light of it earlier in the season when he pitched a gem, and in his walk-off interview on the Marlins radio network, he mentioned, the fans weren't out there.
Sure.
And I know that that's a thing surrounding this fan base, that, sometimes the stadium's empty or sometimes there's more opposing fans there. But because of the exciting start, because of, all the things you're talking about this team, that they're exciting and they're young and they're fun, you just feel like the vibe is still there right now. It was there at the start of the season for sure. You just feel like at May 1st, there's still that vibe around this team where people are going to be excited going into the summer.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I just, everybody has certain means and certain parameters in which they can do things, but I hope people that have the means to get out to the ballpark come out and support these guys, man, because it's not a bad time when you come out. It's fun to watch them play. It's fun to bring a family out there and watch these guys play. I hope the community is starting to take notice. I understand there's a PGA Tour event in Doral. I know F1 is 6 miles west of me here in Miramar at Hard Rock. I understand there's a lot that goes on in this town. I know it's been a topic of conversation for years, but the Marlins offer a really fun, good, affordable product. And I hope people that have watched have taken notice of that. And I hope they come out and support these guys, because I say it a lot, man, they deserve it. They really do. Like, they're a fun team to watch. It's taken a long time for Bruce Sherman and this ownership group to build the trust back in the community. But I hope they're starting to do that the last couple of years with the product that they're putting on the field. I think the proof is in the pudding. And I know that people watch when we're on the road and listen. It's fun, man. So if people have an opportunity to get out and support these guys, you're not going to have a bad night at the ballpark. I promise you that. Win or lose, you're going to have a nice time with your family. If you're coming out alone, grab a ticket and come out and hang out.
And Kyle, another baseball conversation we had on this show earlier this week is that I think, Solana, what was it? Pitchers love to have Tommy John surgery because they get better.
All I said, Kyle, was that pitchers, especially younger pitchers now, are more accepting of going and getting Tommy John because it'll prolong their careers. And there's a much higher success rate with Tommy John now, and pitchers at times.
That's not what you said. That's not what you said. That's what you meant.
Kyle,
that's what you meant to say.
Kyle.
That's a cogent thought. That's a cogent thought. That makes sense.
I said that they throw faster and stronger after Tommy John surgery, which is why so many pitchers.
You made it sound like pitchers were opting to get it even when they weren't injured.
Well,
they get it to throw faster.
That is true. I think there's a serious, is the correct word, epidemic? Yeah, I think it is, right? Well, we can go with that. There's like high school kids out there that do it. Even if, like, here's the deal with pitchers. And I was told this by one of our team physicians one time. If you take an image of a kid's arm at like 16 years old that's been playing baseball for a couple of years, you will find some type of tear in the ligament of their elbow because there's millions of little fibers in there. You can always find a tear. And a lot of these young kids now just elect to undergo Tommy John surgery, hoping that when they come back, they are bigger, faster, and stronger, not really understanding the repercussions of doing that. Like, I know it's a pretty serious conversation, but I think it's bizarre that there are kids out there that elect to undergo it and they get a little imaging done. It's like, yep, you have a little tear. We can do it. I think it's crazy, but that is a real thing. I think it's stupid, but I think it's a real thing.
Solana may have been vindicated here by Kyle Seeloff.
What?
You are vindicated.
I lived it, Seeloff. I
Oh,
grew
You
up
had
in-
it?
I didn't, but I grew up in Southwest Miami-Dade. My high school was at a baseball high school, Archbishop Coleman Carroll. When I was a senior, half the pitchers
Yeah.
all had Tommy John. I'm pretty sure a doctor was profiting off. I don't know exactly what
Oh,
happened.
go on. Now you're talking to me. Let's go.
Well, I
Who's
mean,
this
it's Miami. It's Miami, right? Like it shouldn't surprise you. But
That's a lot
half
of-
the pitching staff that my senior year had Tommy John surgery in preparation for college. They already had their scholarships. They were going to take senior year off and go into college thinking this was their thought process that they were going to throw faster and stronger because they had Tommy John. I'm telling you, I lived it. These guys didn't want to believe
You
it.
haven't lived it because you weren't a pitcher.
Show me the scar.
Lived it means you were a part of it. You watch your
The
friends
scar.
have it.
Hey, pull out the cream in the clear. Don't you have it behind you?
Biotech.
I got a text from Lee Sterling. He said after he takes his wife to a 5-star restaurant, he's got a 99.1 zone contact rate.
That's
All right.
the lead. Wow.
I'm right there with you, Lee.
All right, Kyle Seeloff. Watch him, Marlins.tv, CW33 tonight. And Solana and I will be out there with my wife and his fiance. Unfunny Lewis and his wife will be with us. And as Seeloff was saying, I am a huge proponent of going to Marlins games, going to the ballpark, because I think that ballpark is great. Star Wars night tonight, Yacht Rock Day on Sunday. Hey, sorry not all of us can afford to be at F1. Yacht Rock Day Sunday at Lone Depot Park. If you're not there, if you've got nothing to do on Sunday and you're not enjoying that, then you don't know what a good time is. All right, have a good broadcast tonight, Kyle.
All right. Happy zone contact rating to all of you later this evening.
And to you, good sir. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with more Hochman, Crowder, and Solana.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Baseball. We back at it with the steady Hochman, Crowder, and Solana. 305, cafecito time, dame una colada. Got some interviews next. Always got dope guests. Get the cesspool live, dropping comments and likes. We about to get right. Talking sports, my G. Listen to Odyssey and 104.3. Live and back on GeorgiaMusic.com. Hitting it at the park like a mad murder's bomb off power. Get ready for the 3 o'clock hour. Get ready for the 3 o'clock hour. Get ready for the 3 o'clock hour. Get ready for that 3 o'clock. Ready for that 3 o'clock.
I am ready. Hope everyone else is ready as well. I do want to clarify, I was making fun of the question that you asked, Solana, not the facts surrounding it. It was just so, which is what happened with the Buffalo Sabres. It was so out of left field when it comes to how we talk about baseball on this particular show that to hear you drop as if you were Bob Costas having a one-on-one with Peter Gammons, to hear you drop a zone contact ratio question as if was normal, as if it was normal everyday conversation on this show, I found to be jarring. So that's where my laughter came from. Your question obviously was right on because I was going to ask the question, hey, talk about Liam Hicks. But the way you asked it, while sound baseball-wise, was just a left turn from the way we discussed that particular sport on this show. That was the only reason that I was laughing at it.
Well, I think it's obvious. You guys are just holding me back here. I mean, some of us know ball. And Hawk, we're going to the game together tonight. I'm taking my score sheet. I mean, you get ready, man. Get ready, because I got stats up the ass, brother.
Yeah, I found it. I found it funny because, again, I was going to ask a Liam Hicks question. He is the story right now about the Marlins. Yeah. I have never heard zone contact ratio, but I don't watch MLB Network. I don't subscribe to RotoWire. I'm not knee deep in baseball stats. I still live on average RBI and home runs. I still live as if it was 1977 when it comes to baseball stats.
But he referenced Jack McMullen. You know, he was on earlier, and I had the same take he had. And come on, Solana.
Just for the purposes of this show, I think my question, hey, talk about Liam Hicks, was more appropriate. And because your question was so long-winded and in the weeds, I didn't even get to ask Kyle Seeloff about prime rib.
By the way, Jack McMullen texted me, respect zone contact.
So I heard Jack earlier on the station, and he was speaking of that. Come on, Solana, what are you talking about?
That was funny, man. I was so tickled when you said, because I looked at Crowder, and Crowder immediately started smiling too, because it was like, what did he just drop on us? A zone contact ratio. Funny, man. All right. Anyway, we do have another pair of Eagles tickets that we're going to give away today. That's our final pair of the week. That's going to be at 4:40 this afternoon. 4:40 this afternoon. The Eagles are bringing their long goodbye Act 3 tour to Hard Rock Live May 13th. And again, 4:40 this afternoon is when we will give away our final pair of the week. You can purchase your tickets at casino.hardrock.com/Hollywood. Go to the events page. Solana and I, we are going to the Marlins game tonight. I didn't know it was Star Wars night. So we'll see some kooky people out there at Lone Depot Park tonight.
Interesting grown-ups.
Are you going to wear anything Star Wars related, Solana?
What, would I take my lightsaber?
I don't know. I'm not certain.
What would you do if I showed up dressed as Darth Vader?
Well, do you remember we did Star Wars night once at a Panthers game? Weren't you there with me, Crowder? And the ticket wizard showed up dressed as Darth Maul.
He had the whole face paint and everything.
Face painted. Like Darth Maul. Whoever that
Mr. 305.
Dale.
God bless. Dale.
Dale.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Welcome you are.
Jimbo.
305 is sponsored by Miami Lakes Chevrolet, where you walk in as a customer and drive out as family.
You know who's throwing out the first pitch today of the
Who?
game? Remember Mary Crippen? She's
Yes.
the teacher that is now like, she was on with us when it was just like a local thing and the Dolphins had invited her in.
She blew up when Hard Knocks featured her.
Correct. Yeah, she's class. That's how most
Yeah.
people know her. She teaches here and she created NFL Elementary. She's taking her entire class out to the game today and she's throwing out the first pitch.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Star Wars night, Mary Crippen appearance. But I'm telling you, Sunday is the day to be there. I wish I could be there, but Yacht Rock Day on Sunday, man. That's going to be the day.
I feel kind of funny. I've never been asked to throw a pitch out at the Marlins game.
Well, you know, I have. I've also thrown out the first pitch at the Hurricanes game.
I've never
You
first
know I bring the
pitch.
high heat.
You bring the low speed.
What? No, high heat.
Hawk, you
Man,
brought, it
you
was
really don't know
41.
your baseball terminology.
Hawk, you threw a 41.
What? Did you see my zone contact ratio?
I have the video of your first pitch.
High heat.
Mark Hochman to Alex Rodriguez Park.
Oh, there's that UN.
Mark,
Look at
show
this.
us what you got.
Look at that. Whoa. Oh, you cannot. No, you're not going to not say that's high heat.
Hawk, it's high, but heat? You got one word right. It was high.
Well, I'm looking for a picture of the ticket wizard as Darth Maul.
You don't even throw at your legs. It was all shoulder.
The catcher had to jump to catch.
What
the
are you
ball.
talking
And
about?
Hawk-
You guys are watching something totally different there. That is high heat.
If you threw 7 pitches, you need Tommy John surgery. There's no legs.
Where's my Darth Maul photo?
All I have is
No, that's good. That's the best Lando Calrissian I've ever heard.
that's all I got if we talk about Star Wars.
Man, I had that picture somewhere. I'll find it at some point. So you have the wanted to mention your dad, Big Randy. You're having the memorial this weekend. You're going out to the you're going to the ocean? Going to the ocean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a wreck that he fished on with me when I used to have my big boat. He fished on, all his grandkids fished on, all my kids fished on, which are his grandkids. Asia's fished there. Like the whole family's pretty much fished on this wreck. So we're going to drop a memorial down for Randy. So Channing the Fifth at some point can fish with his great grandfather. I think it's a great idea. It was actually my idea and Randy stole it. So, and
It
now
was your
I
idea
can,
for yourself?
yes, but now I can get dropped when I die on the same spot that my father's on, and then now we can start a tradition. I think it's an amazing idea.
It is. It's a great celebration of his life and
Yes.
who he was. He was a good dude. I met him several times. Came to our events. Was always had a great disposition, and it was always a great sneak peek into you later in life. Because
100%.
the mannerisms, the way that he conducted himself, I used to think like I am watching Channing
Yeah.
30, 40 years from now.
Exactly what I'm gonna be, and Asia laughs at it all the time. She's like, I've had a sneak peek into my future because he just kind of lived life like no alarm set, no nothing. What we doing today, Chan? Oh, we're gonna run over here. Okay, do I need to wear a collar shirt? That's the only question he asked me when we're leaving the house. Do I need to wear a collar shirt? And that's it. That's how I want to live that way at 60.
Yeah, me too, man.
I love what you're doing in terms of like the vision of setting up like a memorial in the sea, because I think that's so much cooler than going to, and I don't mean to disrespect anybody because, you know, everybody should do whatever they want. But like, I've thought about this when I die, what do I want to do with my body? I don't want like a tombstone and you have to come and give me flowers. I don't like flowers. You know what I mean? Like what, but I don't fish. So what would my equivalent to that be?
I don't know. Maybe like Turn yourself into pudding because you're soft.
Perhaps use your perhaps use your ashes as like a filling for someone's tooth because you had so many problems with your teeth and gums.
Well, is there space for the Solanas at the Crowders?
There is.
Fishing
Listen, and this is the thing. People do the whole like pour ashes into the ocean and everybody stands on shore. The wind blows. So now Big Randy's is on my face and it's blowing out. I don't want Big Randy on my face. I'm like, man, let me get a memorial and then put him down there. And now every generation can go to this spot. And I got the coordinates on my phone that I'm going to give the captain tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, I give the captain the coordinates. We'll drop them right on there. And the whole family for generations will have the coordinates that Randy's on, that I get dropped on the same coordinates when I die. And we can make it a family tradition where it'll be a big pile of Crowders down there at some point.
Well, give Solana different coordinates so you don't have to spend eternity.
We'll put you right on the beach in a bag of mashed potatoes.
Somebody suggests Solana cremated at the Buffalo Sabres arena. Oh, I want you to mix me into an Aperol spritz. Everybody have a sip. Hey, replace your whey with me for one drink, Solana.
Aperol Hawk.
Hey man, if you're even one more gram of protein, I'll take it, bro.
Sign me up. All right, let's do headlines here for the 3:00 hour. Lee Sterling is going to join us this hour. He's got some winners. Hopefully, he's got the Marlins game tonight. He's got UFC tomorrow, and he's got a Kentucky Derby pick for tomorrow as well. This is a big sports weekend with F1 in Miami on Sunday. Got the Kentucky Derby tomorrow. Yacht Rock Day at the Marlins game on Sunday. Such a great promotion. Have you seen the captain's hat?
I did.
Yeah, I mean it's cool with the Marlins logo
Twitter.
on it.
Yeah.
That's my.
They're price gouging on Uber for F1.
F1, I'm
for
sure.
F1, they're price gouging on Uber. Yeah, my
that's
brother-in-law.
like, everybody goes, I won't pay the parking prices. I'll just Uber. Well, Uber's not stupid either. If the parking's $200, then they're going to make it, commensurate with that. They're not going to do the normal $4 ride on Uber over to the stadium.
And then my brother, they're already here. My sister and brother-in-law, he called me like I have an Uber Connect. Bruh, they trying to get me for $120 to get to the house. I'm like, Dale, what do you want me to do? Like, it's F1. Like, Uber knows.
All right, headlines brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Visit them at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com.
So in the NBA playoffs yesterday, I know we talked about Denver and we talked about the 76ers, but how about the New York Knicks? They close out the Hawks. The stats from this game are insane, but my favorite part about the entire game was that at the right before the start of the fourth quarter, the Hawks are down 53 points, and the Hawks in-arena entertainment does a swag surf, just like they do at the Kaseya Center before the start of every fourth quarter. There's a video of the saddest swag surf in the history of the sport of swag surfing.
Yeah.
Down 53, and it's just John Michaels doing the swag surf.
I almost thought about bringing him on today just to see what the reaction was on Atlanta radio this morning.
I mean, they're kind of playing with how small. I mean, they got embarrassed, but nobody thought in January that they were going to be in the playoffs, Hawk.
But still, when you get there, because it happened to the Heat last season, right? And in the first round, it was like, okay, that didn't feel good. As much as I'd like to celebrate just getting out of the play-in and being in the postseason, like that didn't feel good. Atlanta ends the season with the worst feeling you could have in sports. Yeah. But I was watching the game, and I had the Hard Rock app open, and the highest I saw the line get for live betting was Atlanta plus 58.5. And it didn't tempt me to take it.
And
that's how badly they were playing. Plus 58.5, and I was not tempted to take it.
And the swag surf thing, I can speak on it because Florida Gators do the song at the start of the fourth quarter. And they old boys of Florida, and we sing that
I
song.
thought they did the Tom Petty song.
No. Down where the old Gators play, go Gators. Dun, we all stick. They do a song.
Is that something new?
It's not new. It's been going on for 100 years.
I've never heard of that.
When
Sounds
you're beating Tennessee by 17 heading into the fourth quarter, it is amazing. When LSU's whooping your ass by 30,
Right.
it's like you just have to deal with it then. So they're just sad. They're sad swag right now.
At halftime, I'm sorry, in the second quarter, it was 72-22 with 4:39 left to go. I put a bet in Hawks plus 42.5 because my thought process here was Knicks are going to bench everybody in the fourth quarter, and the Hawks are just going, they'll outscore them 30-15. They'll lose by 38, 35, whatever it is, what it is.
Because nobody wins by 50. It just doesn't happen.
Hawk texts me 37 minutes later. You can get it at 53.5 now, plus 53.5. And I look at the score, they're down 50 still.
Well, I think right after you put the bet in, I texted you they're going to lose by 50. I don't know if you were watching the game at that point.
I wasn't. Yeah.
I couldn't believe what I was watching. There was a team out there that wasn't playing basketball, that had forgotten how to play basketball. In fact, somebody I saw on Twitter this morning, there's a meme. There's a scene in Space Jam, the original one, where the score is something along the lines of like 69-19 or something, and the scoreboard says this is getting a little out of hand. And that score was an actual score during last night's Hawks-Knicks game.
I don't know what the Hawks were doing, but there was some clips this morning. I'll get up first, take one of those things I watched.
Crazy.
The guys weren't even trying. Like,
It was crazy.
down by 40, the guys are driving and they're just watching them drive and just lay it up. Okay.
It's like the Heat last year in that game 4. They were down 60 points, which is the
Yeah.
largest deficit a home team has ever had. Listen to some of these stats from Kirthika Uthayakamar. 37,964 games have been played in the NBA.
Who was it? What did I miss?
Who did he reference?
She covers the NBA.
What's her name?
Kirthika Uthayakamar.
Wow.
Great follow
Never-
on social media.
Never heard of her.
37
I gotta lock in.
37,964 games have been played in the NBA since the 96-97 season. That includes regular season and playoffs. Knicks Hawks, she writes, is the first game where the road team scored 100 points before the home team had 50.
Wild.
Dang.
Crazy, man. And the 51-point win is the third largest margin of victory in a closeout game in NBA playoff history.
By the way, Karl Anthony Towns, your guy, had a triple-double last night. He took 4 field goal attempts. Do you know how
gonna let you
remarkable
down.
that is? Because I'm watching the post-game interview with him, and she asks him, she says something along the lines of, hey, you only had 4 field goal attempts tonight. And he's like, really? Like, and he had a triple-double with 4. And, by the way, he was 1 of 4 from the field.
He
He
made
had
one
4 field goal attempts, was 1 of 4, had a triple-double.
Too passive. He gonna let you down. I'm telling you, watch in the East. Karl Anthony Towns is gonna let you down.
He did go 10 of 10 at the free throw line, which is where he ends up getting all his points. But that is funny. Somebody
It's
had a
remarkable.
triple with 1 made basket. All
It's
game.
remarkable.
What was it? 12, 11, and 10. Like that's.
If
the
I tell
weakest-
you Karl Anthony Towns ended the night 1 of 4 from the field, that's the stat line, you'd say, oh, Atlanta beat them by 30 and they rested all the Knicks starters in the fourth quarter. Like, it just doesn't add up.
best kick out big man ever. I'm in the paint and I'm gonna kick it out.
Cat next to Bam would be special.
Listen, I would listen. Please don't put that in the universe.
That would be special.
That would ruin my Heat fandom.
Man hates Carl Anthony Towns.
My goodness. He wiggly wrist.
He's
man,
always hated cats, though.
I do hate cats.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. It makes sense now that I think about it.
You did it to me. You brought me in your house, and it's a cat staring at me.
Oh, Rocky is just so adorable.
Man, Rocky ruined my life.
Your NBA playoff schedule tonight: Magic versus the Pistons at 7. Game 6, Orlando can close out that series at home. The Raptors and Cavaliers at 7:30. Game 6, Cleveland trying to close it out on the road. They're in Toronto. And then the Rockets are trying to hold off the LA Lakers. Game 6 as well at 9:30. By the way, Hawk, you mentioned Space Jam, the original one.
Mhm.
Did you see that it's returning to theaters? It's the 30th anniversary. They're going to have a commemorative popcorn bucket and a
Oh, I saw
basketball
that.
cup. And it just looks awesome. Like,
Yeah, a little too cutesy. It's it's like a Pop-A-Shot.
right.
Oh, you throw the popcorn through the net?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I think
What do you think the line is, by the way? I'm just looking at the Hard Rock app. What do you think the line is? Game 1, Spurs hosting the T-Wolves.
Ooh, Spurs 6.5.
No, man. Spurs minus 11 or 12.5. Remember, no Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, 8.5.
14.5.
I'll take them points. 14.5?
Now without Ant.
What about the little Brady, the little boy with the braids? He can ball too.
You see this Spurs team when they're humming, man.
And Julius Randle, his hairline's receding. I don't know about him too long.
Hey, your boy Desumu didn't even play yesterday.
I know. That shows you. They didn't need him.
Yeah.
That's how good they were.
Does anybody know who Terrence Shannon Jr. is, by the way? Anybody?
I don't know, but they talked about him for 3 hours last night.
24 points in the game. I'm like, who the hell are they starting? They're gonna try to close out on the road with a guy named Terrence Shannon in the starting 5. Dude, first play of the game, just threw it down. It was nasty.
He's hell off that dribble at the top of the key.
I just like the bushy-haired white kid on the Knicks.
They can't hit the rim.
That's my guy.
Finally, actually not finally, Inter Miami, Orlando City tomorrow, 7:15. It's the Turnpike Derby, F1 Miami Grand Prix this weekend. Oh, how about my Buffalo Sabres? They can close out the Bruins tonight in Boston at 7:30. And the Canadiens can close out the stupid Tampa Bay Lightning tonight in Montreal as well at 7. So we're rooting for a Sabres win because F the Bruins, and we're rooting for a Habs win because F the Lightning. Could be a good night for us, man.
All right.
I like it.
If you can't win the Stanley Cup final, the best thing you can do is just be a major hater. And that's what I've resorted to. Did you see, Hawk? McDonald's is reportedly planning a subscription fry service. And they're
I don't
going
know
to
if I believe it.
To deliver fries to the crib?
Nah, it's almost like the Sip Club for Panera. You know, you pay the monthly fee, you can get as much free drip coffee as you want.
But are you saying I got?
I think it was like Dexerto or something that I saw it on, and half their stuff is just not. I don't know.
Oh,
Seems counterintuitive that you could go in and get a McDonald's medium fries as often as you want for one monthly fee.
Because you're not just going to get fries, though. You're going to get a burger.
Oh, I get the concept. It's why Panera does the Sip Club, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
man.
They get a dummy now. They'll hook some dummies.
$20 a month. And you get fries whenever you want. I mean,
Something about it doesn't add up to me.
How much
As
is a
being a true
medium
story.
fry? $1?
no. We went over this, bro. Everything's expensive now. It's like at least $4.
Let me see.
So you get you make up your $20 subscription in 5 visits?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Again, that's why Panera does the Sip Club, because in the long run, you may come in for the free coffee, but you're going to buy a bagel every other time. You might get a cinnamon roll or whatever. I get it. It's a loss leader. It makes sense. I just don't see McDonald's doing that. I don't think McDonald's needs that kind of gimmick.
No, I'm with you. They got a dummy.
And the Wall Street Journal today reported that Spirit Airlines is going to shut down. Tough day for the Crowders, I know.
I always got Frontier.
How can they shut down? I don't understand. How could they go bankrupt?
Well, I mean, how does any company go bankrupt?
Loss of money.
Right, but they charge nothing. Like those flights are always slammed. They give you nothing.
There you go. They charge nothing.
Solana, you can't fly to New York for $17 for years.
There's many. I don't want to get into it because I want to get to Lee Sterling, but there's many tentacles to it. They're looking for a government bailout. The Trump administration had said that they were going to bail out Spirit Airlines, but today it seems like they've come to loggerheads where they can't agree. And we know Spirit is running out of cash. They just don't have the operating capital. And so they were counting on this government bailout, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
In Southwest, they do the seats now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that made it better. I flew Southwest 2 weeks ago. 3A.
I saw a great tweet from someone regarding Spirit, and I am so in agreement with this. Because it says government bailout doesn't look like it's going to happen. Spirit may close down. Let me tweet that. We can't let this happen, mostly because it increases the likelihood of Spirit customers being on the airlines I fly.
Hey, that Terminal 4 at FLL is a rough terminal. I clutch my pearls when I walk out the plane. Ooh. What are y'all doing?
Your weather is brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping keep your home and family safe when the storms roll in. Visit tornadoroofing.com for your free roof and window estimate. It's 88 degrees right now in South Florida. Tonight, the lows will be in the 70s.
Hey, you got to see if the roof's going to be open for us at the Marlins game tonight. Lee Sterling is going to join us in the next segment. Cheetah Pompano, great spot to hang out over the weekend, watch a game. I mean, they got VIP areas, 4 stages of entertainment, and the most beautiful ladies in South Florida. And Cheetah Pompano has that complimentary gourmet lunch till 3 p.m. That's every day. Now, this coming Tuesday is Cinco de Mayo, and they're having big parties at Cheetah Pompano and Cheetah Palm Beach. At Cheetah Pompano, they'll have $200 bottle specials on Casamigos Blanco, $5 off buckets of Corona and Modelo, and a Fiesta liquor basket giveaway as well. And then at Cheetah Palm Beach, $5 Coronas and Modelos all day long, and a free lunch special tacos from 11:30 until 3. The Cinco de Mayo parties are at Cheetah Pompano and Cheetah Palm Beach. Every day is a great day at Cheetah Pompano Beach. You want to make sure you visit Cheetah Palm Beach as well, and certainly the weekend is the best time to go. You want all the details? Check out the website. It's cheetahsofl.com.
This is Hawk, Crowder, and Solana.
I don't look like a typical major leaguer, but I can throw that gas.
the same old song.
Rhinestone Cowboy means our friend Lee Sterling is going to join us on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. By the way, Solana reports that the roof is closed tonight for the Marlins game. I haven't been to a Marlins game this season without Lee Sterling, now that I'm thinking about it. Lee Sterling is on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. He is a professional sports handicapper. The website is ParamountSports.com, and you can follow Lee on Twitter at Paramount Sports. And he's with us now. Hello, Lee.
Good afternoon, guys. Yeah, and I'll be there tomorrow. I'll be at the Marlins Phillies game. So they're not going to allow you and I to be together the way they blew
After
that
what
lead that we
happened.
were together. Yeah, oh my God.
Yeah, we're going, me and Lori are going tonight with my friend Lewis, his wife Chris, and Solana and his fiancee Valentina. And we'll have a fun time, and I imagine you'll have a fun time tomorrow at the Marlins game.
All right.
You have a,
all right, let's get a 2-0 sweep. 2-0 sweep.
pick?
We need to win tonight and tomorrow.
And we could use one on, it's a 4-game series. We'll take one on Sunday and Monday as well. Want them to go 4-0 against the Phillies. You have a pick for tonight's Marlins game? Anything that I can play?
I do, and people don't like to play totals, rather play a side, and I understand that, and maybe a slight lean to Miami, but I think the better way to approach this game here is to look at the total. Miami's 15-16, Philadelphia 12-19 on a 3-game winning streak, or else they would be 9-19 if they didn't get that 3-game winning streak going, but they've only scored more than 4 runs here 4 times since April 13th. They're hitting just 227 with 33 home runs. Miami, the average is better, 250, but less home runs and 5 straight games with 4 or less runs. I just think that, without JT Realmuto, he's on the 10-day DL, and you got to think that Liam Hicks' 992 zone contact rate has got to go down some. So, throw one at you here. Yuri Perez, 2-2 with a 4.60 ERA. His barrel contact rate suggests his ERA should really be around 3.90. So we're going to go under 8 runs, total runs. I'm seeing that now it just went down recently in the last 30 minutes at Hard Rock. But
yeah, I'm seeing it at 7.5.
Still like 7.5. I think this is a 3-2, 4-3 game. Under here, I think, is the way to approach this game.
Were you as tickled as Crowder and I were when you heard zone contact ratio?
We've got like 20 different, the guys that work for me in baseball, I've heard at least 20, 25 different ways to measure baseball and how a hitter and a pitcher does, but I have not heard that one. That's a new one.
Damn it. I got to get back to the 70s when it was all about average, home run, RBI. Right. That's all I can pay attention to.
I'll make it clear to you. The reason I did not get a baseball scholarship, it was plain and simple. Now, the pitchers didn't throw quite as hard as they do nowadays, but they just wrote one sentence down. Can't hit a fastball quicker than 85 miles per hour. That made that right there. That made sure I never got a baseball scholarship in college.
So he couldn't get around on me, Crowder, because you saw my first pitch there at
no.
My 5-year-old can
88,
get around on
88. Oh, come
88
on.
at
I had an
least.
88 mile an hour
easy.
fastball.
Easy.
Yeah, without warm-ups too.
Did you text me that the Miami Hurricanes are playing right now?
Yeah, they're right now on ESPN Plus and also the ACC network. 3-0 lead in the bottom of the second. So you get a twin bill if you're at work or at home and need a little UM fix.
Lee, is it harder to handicap baseball, or do I just not know it? Because I don't do well in baseball, but I watch basketball and football my whole life.
I feel like baseball's more like a scratch-off lottery ticket. I feel like I have like some sort of thought process going into basketball bets, which I don't win either, nor do I win football bets. But I feel like baseball, I'm really just doing a scratch-off.
Well, there's more involved, and the two most important things, I think, number one is the pitcher. And you have to know what's going on with the bullpen. Sometimes it's best to play first 5 innings nowadays. Those are some of the best bets, because teams, might have gone through the bullpen. Like Philadelphia, I think that they're going to stretch out Zach Wheeler tonight. their bullpen. They got three of their like 6 guys in the bullpen or 7 guys that are on the DL. So that's a factor. And you also got to know umpires. The home plate umpire, you gotta research his strike zone. That's very important also.
You know, it makes sense, though, now that you say it. It makes sense to bet the first 5 innings because that's a truer reflection of what the pitching matchup is because nobody goes beyond 6 innings, really, anymore. I mean, you see Sandy do it, but that's actually a good little device there. How about UFC tomorrow night? What do you got for us?
So the main event, Carlos Prates, nicknamed the Nightmare, 23-7, is taking on Jack Della Maddalena, and the take back, if you take Jack Della Maddalena, is plus 100. Prates a small favorite, and I think it should be maybe 160, 170. I know Maddalena is from Australia. The main card starts at 7 a.m. The early prelims start at 4 a.m., so you got to get up early. But this fight will start about 9:30, 9:45 in the morning. The Nightmare, Carlos Prates, 5-inch reach advantage here. I think he's going to walk down Maddalena here. And Maddalena is going to have to cut off the ring here. And I don't know if he can do it. The only loss that Carlos Prates has was to Ian Machado Gary. So I think he learned from that loss. And guys, fighting from Brazil have done very, very well in Australia. So I think Prates here with the reach advantage, and I think he just has a little bit more knockout power in his left straight punch, and also he can maybe a little bit better kicker also. I'm going to take Prates here, the Nightmare, and lay the minus 120 over Jack Della Maddalena.
Give me a little Saturday morning UFC action. Right. I think I might be in on that one.
Bet placed.
There you go. Yeah, Prates I'm seeing minus 120 here on the Hard Rock app. And then tomorrow also is the Kentucky Derby, Lee. I think Renegade is the odds-on favorite. Do you have a play for the Derby?
Yeah, when you get this many horses in a field, sometimes you look too hard into some of the underdogs, and some of the odds have actually gone up. Renegade started at 4-1. He's 5-1. Commandment and Further Ado are 7-1. The Pumas 8-1, and Chief Wallaby is 9-1. The question here is, can Renegade, who is starting out of the number 1 pole position, which has not won the Kentucky Derby in over 40 years, can he start off quick enough and be able to hold back some of the challengers? He won the Arkansas Derby impressively, has not raced of recent, but I think that they're holding him back for this. Got to have one of the best trainers in the game of Bob Balford here. Commandment won 2 big prep races, but both those were in Florida in the spring. But 2 of the most prominent jockeys, Pratt and also Ortiz, jumped off after wins in favor of other mounts for the Kentucky Derby. The Puma he was caught at the wire in a 1 1/8 Florida Derby race, and I don't think he wants to go longer at 1 1/4 mile. And Chief Wallaby is going to also be adding blinkers. So spend some time on this. I think you bet Renegade here, win, play, show across the board. If you're looking at, Quinella, trifecta, make sure you got Renegade in there. I think he's going to finish in the top 3 easily.
All right, Renegade it is. So your picks from Lee tonight. Miami Marlins. He likes the total, the under 7.5. He likes Carlos Prates tomorrow morning. It's UFC fight night, but that begins tonight at like 4 a.m. or tomorrow 4 a.m. Prates minus 120 and Renegade for the Kentucky Derby. Renegade Derby goes off about 6 p.m. tomorrow. I think it's on NBC.
Yep. You're right.
You'll be at the Marlins game, and we'll be there tonight. So we've got Yuri Perez tonight. Who's it tomorrow? Is it Max Meyer tomorrow, I'm guessing? Is he coming?
Yeah, it is Max Meyer. Yeah, it's Max, and he's going to be going up. Let's see, we got tomorrow for Philadelphia. Oh, Aaron Nola. Feels like he's been there for about 10, 12 years. He's usually had the Marlins number historically.
Fun weekend at the ballpark. Lee Sterling, the website is ParamountSports.com. You can follow him on Twitter at Paramount Sports, and have a great weekend, and we'll speak with you next week.
Okay, guys. Take care. Be safe.
There you go, Lee Sterling. I like his pick there tonight on the under, but I hate betting unders when I'm going to a baseball game because I want to see monster dongs and I want to see action, and then all of a sudden you're rooting for
Good
you're
old
rooting for
2-1.
double plays.
two,
So hard
two
to
down,
bet an
two
under.
down, Finn.
I gotta bet something tonight. Are you betting anything tonight, Solana?
I normally just bet the next pitch. I just take flyers.
You sit there and bet the next pitch.
Yep. Next pitch.
I wouldn't get
right?
an argument out of me.
Solana,
I
you've
can
been
do that
okay.
tonight with you if you want.
You've been okay on the basketball, Solana. What you got?
Really?
Okay on the basketball. He said the Hawks were going to extend that series to a 7th game last night.
Bro,
Never mind. What you got so I can fade it?
They could have played 7 games last night, and the Hawks wouldn't have won.
okay on the basketball. I'm plotting to steal Hawks' wallet because I've got no money left. The only reason why I accepted these stupid tickets.
Hawk, if he keeps asking you to go to the bathroom, you know what's coming.
I'm gonna have to tell Lewis, keep an eye on me. All right, 4 o'clock hour is coming up. We'll be giving away the Eagles tickets at 4:40, so make sure you're listening for that. Eagles tickets at 4:40 this afternoon.
If your garage door is outdated, damaged, or not hurricane ready, you know what comes in the summer. Them hurricanes are coming. Don't wait. Called Allied Doors. Service South Florida since 1966. That's 60 years of trusted family-owned service. Don't be the house or don't, you know the houses. If I'm calling you out, I'm calling you out. Beautiful houses, well-kept yard, and the garage doors are garbage. Don't be that house in your neighborhood. You got to call Allied Doors. Huge in-stock inventory, same-day service, and custom impact-rated doors built to protect and upgrade your house very, very fast. And they have the LiftMaster openers. I'm telling you, you know how it goes. You push the button and the yang, 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 yang. Nobody wants to wait 30 minutes for the garage door to open. Get a LiftMaster. It's quiet and it's built to perform. Our personal home I'm in right now has LiftMasters and has Allied Doors, and our investment properties. My wife uses Allied Doors for our investment properties. I'm telling you, it upgrades the house and it makes things easier. Give Allied Doors a call today, 954-942-8550, or visit allied-doors.com. Mention this ad, and I'm going to watch out for you. Mention this ad, $300 off. Don't wait. Don't be the personal home. Don't be the garbage garage door people, and just do it for the betterment of every property you have. Call Allied Doors today.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Woke up this morning, got me some gabagool. Then I woke up the next day and got some gabagool.
PM and we back on the clock, so don't get cutesy. Dog lead the station unlocked. We got the sports talk and the drama to make sure the T-clock. WQAM is the Avengers with no weak spot. For Joe Rose, Woody Bo, Omar and more, Tobin and Leroy giving goosies galore. Yeah, for 2 to 6 is reserved for 3 legends. The captains of America, not no Chris Evans. From Spritz to McRibs and calling out game scores. Hochman, Crowder, Solana. Get ready for some more.
All right, 4 o'clock hour here. All right, 4 o'clock hour here. You pointed at me twice, Jimmy, so I didn't know if you had caught it the first time or if you were telling me a second time. So I gave it to you 2 times. 4 o'clock hour here. Hochman, Crowder, and Solana. That's Georgie, our guy Georgie. He dropped some new music, and if you don't follow Georgie on social media, you should. It's JORG. MUZIK, GeorgieMusic.com. We love Georgie and the bangers that he puts out for us on this show. Let me give you the stock market report that's sponsored by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE, 1-800-747-3733. Mixed bag on Wall Street today. Dow Jones down 152 points. S&P 500 up 21 points. And the NASDAQ up 222 points. Don't forget, this hour, we've got our final pair of tickets to see the Eagles. Their Long Goodbye Act 3 tour comes to Hard Rock Live May 13th. We've been giving away tickets all this week. Your final chance comes at 4:40 this afternoon. 4:40 this afternoon. You can purchase tickets at casino.hardrock.com/Hollywood and just go to the events page, or you can win them at 4:40 today. So we're going to the Marlins game. I told you, and my friend Unfunny Lewis and his wife are coming. And it's the weirdest thing, but I literally texted him because our seats are right underneath this air conditioning vent at Lone Depot Park. And I know it sounds crazy, but I wanted to give him a heads up. So I was just texting him during the commercial break. I go, hey, I know this is going to sound weird. We are directly under the air conditioning at the ballpark, and they do not shut it off for any of the 9 innings. And the roof is closed tonight. And I'm telling you, as silly as it sounds, you feel it on the back of your neck. It is a constant wind machine blowing cold air on you. So I wanted to give them a heads up.
Find a problem. That's a great seat.
It's a great seat. It's right behind home plate, and it's a perfect spot to watch the ball game. But I am telling you, as silly as it sounds, your teeth are chattering by the 5th inning. Am I lying, Solana? You sat there earlier this season.
Yeah, he's not lying at all. It's just, it's like sitting, go to your vent, Crowder, and just put your face to the vent. And that's what it feels like for 9 innings.
I'm wearing this hoodie so I can protect the back of mine. Also, this fits for Star Wars night. I look like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
You're getting arrested tonight.
I'm Obi-Wan Kenobi.
You're walking around South Florida with a hoodie on?
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
They're going to lock you up.
You hear what I said? I'm Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's Star Wars night.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, why are they doing Star Wars night tonight, Jimmy? Because don't you do it on May the 4th?
I'm guessing that they don't play here on
They
May
do.
4th.
They play Monday. They host the Phillies.
No, but remember, May 5th is no, I'm sorry, May 4th. You're right.
Yeah, May 5th is Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah. That's why I was correcting myself there.
Yeah, why are they doing it tonight, Solana? Why am I asking you guys? You guys know. How would you know? What else do they have this weekend? They've got Star Wars night tonight, and they've got Yacht Rock Day on Sunday. Anything on Saturday?
I'm double checking right now their promo schedule.
You talking about Yacht Rock? Like you were like, if you want to come to the game, Yacht Rock is a rich people's thing.
Yeah.
You were talking about if you can't get to F1, but if you listen to Yacht Rock, you can get to F1.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, I listen to Yacht Rock. I can't get to F1. So there are some of us who aspire to be those like you who go to F1. But
I've asked you to come out on a boat, and you don't want to go on the boat. How you going to get on a yacht if you only get on the boat? They're the same thing. It's just a big boat.
that is such a great hat, man.
Captain
I got to get. Mike Mayo said he's going to get me one, but I don't know. I've heard that from other people. It's only the first 10,000, but that is a great giveaway.
The thing is, when are you going to wear that?
Oh, my God. Maybe every day of the week.
That's an avocado.
Look at what I'm
toast
wearing
hat.
right now.
Yeah,
You think
yeah,
I'm not going to wear that hat?
Yeah, that's a what's it called? Cash pop avocado toast morning.
Oh,
That's
my
right
God. Me sitting outside having my avocado toast in my captain's hat.
I can see it.
June 20th is the Flanagan's night. That's the Flanny's Marlins Cup
Yeah.
they'll be giving
That's
away.
cool.
Yeah.
Ooh. For Father's Day, June 21st, they're doing a Marlins rope hat.
Oh, that's much, man.
Throwback.
Yeah.
That's fire.
That's a
Father's
good one.
Day, the least respected holiday of the history of time.
Yeah, I don't need anything.
Father's Day.
Oh, they have a Gus Bus bobblehead night coming up. Solana.
I know there's a Dontrell Willis bobblehead night later on in the season.
Yeah, September 13th against the Dodgers. That's a good game.
Yeah. Yeah. I want a D-Train bobblehead for sure.
I might have a D-Train number.
I think I have Dontrell's number.
Everybody has Dontrell's number.
Okay, never mind. I won't even look.
Isn't that weird? That's one of the things. Everyone in South Florida has Dontrell Willis's number.
And I do. It's in my phone.
Let's see. I've got Willis McGahee as well.
Listen, I'll tell you, we can make a segment out of let's look at the call log now because
The real segment is who can get Dontrell Willis to text them back first. Like if all three of us texted Dontrell Willis, who is he responding to first?
Well, it depends. Are we all texting the same exact thing, or is Crowder saying, hey, we're thinking about putting you on the pivot? Like, you know what I mean? Like, can I lie?
Yeah.
I would lie. Talking about the pivot or the radio show is not going to get him. If I be like, hey, bro, I'm headed to South Beach, man, want to grab something to eat? He'll text me back faster.
He's in LA though, right? Because isn't he on MLB Network or,
Think
or
so.
one of those shows? I think he
Yeah.
lives in LA.
Yeah, he's a little thicker in the midsection now. I saw him
He's
Living the good life, man.
Well nourished for sure.
well nourished.
Living the good life. Whiskey Stars and Cigars, by the way, presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall, returns next Friday, 1 week from tonight. Come on out to Tabacone Cigars and Spirits at Plantation Walk. You can enjoy a nice Scotch whiskey from Johnny Walker and a smooth cigar from Drew Estate. It is free. All you have to do is come out. Starts at 6 p.m. next Friday. You can get all the info at WQAM.com. Got to be 21 or older to attend. It is Tabacone Cigars and Spirits at Plantation Walk. Whiskey Stars and Cigars presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall. 4 brands, 1 location. Your local Cadillac, Buick, GMC, and Chevy dealer. And again, Solana let you know yesterday, if you were listening, that there might be a Miami Heat player out there that night as well. I will not be there, but Solana and Crowder and Jimmy will be there. Jimmy, you dressing up again? You wear a suit?
Yeah.
All right. Remember, we got all dressed up for the last one.
I didn't. I didn't get the memo.
I'm not
I forgot.
so certain. Was it
No,
the
no,
first
no.
one that we did that to you, where you wear slacks
Yeah, that was the
and
first-
a button down? Yeah,
No, that was the first one that you did.
my favorite kind of joke.
Jimmy had that little bar mitzvah suit on.
But I looked good that night. I owned it.
Imagine his surprise when I walk in looking like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
He had that little suit on, man. That was so funny.
Jimmy was ready for a night at the Roxbury. What do you call
Funny.
That little baptism suit on, bro.
Let's do,
That was so funny.
Let's do headlines for the 4 o'clock hour. Brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Visit them at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com.
A bit of a curveball here because I got a notification from Front Office Sports. They ask, can fencing become mainstream? And it's a column because there's a new professional fencing league that's debuting. So, no, you guys, you don't think fencing could ever...
No, it's been around since like the 1700s. How is it going to become popular now? There's been plenty of time for fencing to be popular.
What if we start betting on it?
But
I'll bet on anything. I bet on table tennis, but it's not going to become mainstream.
No. And it's not like there's points, but like the person's not dying. It's just poking them. Like
see, if you make it actual swords and there's no protective vests, now you got me.
If we're dying round 1 semifinals,
now you got
I'm
me.
locked in.
Yeah.
All right. I'll scratch fencing off our show sheet. On out. Yeah, I don't know why it appeals to me. I love watching that during the Olympics, so I'm interested, and I was
You
hoping.
lie so easily. You just lie. It appeals to you. Yeah. How often does fencing appeal to you? How often do you go out of your way to see or learn about fencing?
I've never watched a single match in my entire life, but
the ease with which you say something like that staggers me.
And then if you ask him a question that he doesn't know, he repeats your question 6 times to find a lie.
Right.
But why do you have to press me on things? Just ride with it, bro.
But why do you have to say you've always been intrigued by fencing when we know you haven't?
Who's the best fencer? Who's the best fencer, huh?
What's a fencing match up to? How many points gives you a win?
16.
That's such a lie.
16.
He doesn't know the first thing about fencing.
Right, but I saw this league and I thought it could be over the summer something we adopt.
If we can't adopt football over the summer, we are not adopting fencing.
All right. When fencing takes over the effing sport, when ESPN has a rights deal with fencing, don't even dare bring it up on the show, Hawk. If you're scrolling through the Hard Rock Bet app and you want to ask,
this is like Marty Supreme trying to pitch the ping pong league to everyone that'll listen. Remember, everybody thought drones was going to be the next big thing, and Stephen Ross invested in the drone league, and all the videos look cool, and everybody's like, "Oh, drones are the next big thing." Who's the top ranked droner?
It's ridiculous. Flying through hula hoops.
Still better investment than Tua Tagovailoa.
What investment do you think Stephen Ross regrets more, the drone league or Tua?
Tua. There's no investment that he regrets more than Tua in his entire business life.
All right, here's my take on Rudy Gobert.
Oh, you were close, Solana. Jimmy says in individual fencing, you need to score 15 points to win a direct elimination match.
Damn.
Wow. I thought it was going to be like 3 points.
Yeah. Now you got to win by 2, huh, Solana?
That's volleyball.
Okay. The Minnesota Timberwolves traded Malik Beasley, Patrick Beverley, Walker Kessler, Jared Vanderbilt, Leandro Bolmaro, 4 first-round picks, and a 2026 pick swap to Utah for Rudy Gobert. We all disparaged it. We all said it was a disgrace to the league.
We did.
Reset the trade market. Yep. I know we touched on it earlier, but I think it's time. At least me, I'm willing to admit I was wrong.
Well,
I think they got the better end of the deal.
They got the better end of the deal. That's 100% true. Did they win the trade, though? I still say you've got to win a championship. To give up all those draft assets, you've got to win a championship for it to be really worth what you did there. I mean, wouldn't you think the same thing about Desmond Bane?
Yeah, with Orlando, what they gave up for Desmond, right? And they're running right now. When
you invest that much in anything, there's a certain dividend that you're looking for at the end, right? Or else it didn't make sense. Doesn't Orlando have to win a championship for it to really have been worth it? Doesn't Minnesota have to win a championship for it to really have been worth it?
When you give up that many assets, it's championship or bust, because you're doing your entire 4 years moving forward.
You're going all in.
You're going in. Is Rudy Gobert going to be a championship or not a championship? Is Desmond Bane going to take Orlando to win a trophy? I don't think either one of those dudes are going to win a trophy for either one of their teams.
But is it as simple as you have to win a championship for it to be successful? Because I'll ask you this. When Orlando makes that trade over the offseason, do you genuinely believe that the Orlando Magic front office thought Desmond Bane was a difference between them winning a title or not? I don't. I think it made them think that they would get closer to a roster that can contend, and that's where you want to be, rather than being in the middle and rather than being really bad, right? You want to be closer to contending. That way, maybe you can land a free agent, or maybe you're one trade away.
I see what you're saying. You use it as a means to an end, and this might be you're building a house, and so this gives you a foundation, and now you've built a pool room, and you still need, though, to add a bathroom and whatever, a vent. I know what you're saying. I'm just saying, when it's all said and done, Minnesota's on a high right now. They should be, right? Yep. But when it's all said and done, 10 years from now, when you're looking back on all the I just find it very difficult to say, because don't we look back? What do we look back and think about the Jimmy Butler era?
In my opinion, wildly overachieved. In my opinion,
did it win? I mean, ultimately, it's always about, did you get a championship out of it or not, right? For the most part.
The Jimmy situation is interesting because a lot of Heat fans look back on that era and feel like they failed Jimmy Butler because they got to the promised land 2 times and weren't able to win, and they never maximized the Jimmy Butler window. But when I look back at the start of the Jimmy era and when they traded for Jimmy, I didn't, in my wildest imagination, think that without trading for another superstar, right, without adding Kevin Durant or Giannis or Damian Lillard, that the Heat were going to be in 3 Eastern Conference championships.
Right, that's fair.
Eastern Conference finals and make 2 NBA finals. I didn't, in my wildest imagination, think that the ceiling of this team would be elevated by that margin by just making that one trade for Jimmy Butler. So, when I look back on it from the beginning, yeah, I think they overachieved. When I think back on it with the context of, hey, you were there 3 times and 2 times in the finals, you probably should have won one, then yeah, you definitely missed the mark.
And that's what I was going to say, Solana. Do you talk about the Jimmy Butler era as a success because we got to the championship and lost? Like, you overachieving and having success is 2 different things.
Right.
Where you never say who lost 3 years ago, who lost in the Western Conference Finals. Like, nobody talks about that,
right? Unless
you're
it was your team. Like, we'll remember having made the finals, but nobody else cares.
But here's why I say it's a success. Minnesota was at a point where they knew, because Anthony Edwards' trajectory was of what it was, right? Like, it was pretty obvious. Anthony Edwards is going to be a top 5 player in the NBA. Because of that, they knew that the next 5 to 6 years with Anthony Edwards were going to put them, at the very least, contending for a playoff spot, right? Like, at the very least, they're going to be a team that's going to flirt with the playoffs every single year, which puts them in the middle. It devalues the picks, all those first round picks. So they said, hey, if we make this one move, at the very least, we're going to be significantly better.
Closer.
And we're closer than keeping 4 first round picks that are going to be what? Late first round picks. Like, that's not going to drastically improve our roster, but this one move did. And at the time, none of us could understand that. At the time, we're all saying, why would you give up 4 potential rookies over the next 6 years for a guy in Rudy Gobert who is unplayable in the 4th quarter because he's not an offensive juggernaut? But now, looking back on it, what were they going to get with those picks? Late first rounders? That doesn't significantly improve.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense. I guess I can I probably move off my argument that
But
you
Hawk,
can't say that they won the
how
trade.
many players? Four or five players?
Yeah,
Four first-round picks.
4 first-round picks, but also Solana listed off 5 players. 5 players, 4 more, 9
but
players.
Those players are a dime a dozen, if I recall the names that he just mentioned.
Yeah, Patrick Beverly jumped out to me, which that's funny that we're still talking about him. But it's kind of the tanking thing. If you have a guy good enough, like Anthony Edwards, you're not going to be terrible because he's so good. But how much is Rudy Gobert going to set him over the edge? And that's what that's why great GMs are paid, and that's why they win championships. Because Rudy Gobert and Anthony Edwards by themselves aren't going to win a championship. But what can you put around them to win that championship? Right. And that's why you tank. San Antonio tanked and got what? Dylan Harper, Vassell, Castle, and Wemby. And now they're one of the best teams in the NBA.
But in the meantime, while San Antonio had 4 30-win seasons or whatever it was, Minnesota was in the playoffs year after year after year. And me personally, I'd rather be the team in the playoffs year after year after year, even if I'm losing in the Western Conference Finals, because I like fun basketball.
Well, yes, but a separate argument, though. Would I rather be a team that goes deep in the playoffs every year than a team that gets bounced in the play-in? Yeah, of course. It's
because he's been brainwashed by Pat Riley.
Maybe if me,
but
I'd
still rather have that too. I'd rather have that. It is so hard to win a championship. If you can keep getting there consistently or getting close to it,
Well, Hawk, I'm with you, but I'm just looking at what San Antonio has done, where tanking works. You have to admit that.
No, I wouldn't admit that.
San Antonio's 4 years of tanking didn't work.
San Antonio worked, yeah, but Philadelphia didn't.
Oh, the process, yeah. Like I said, good GMs know how to pick.
Well, that's
players.
what I'm saying, but it's not a slam dunk that tanking works. You still have to hit on your picks,
and that's why it has to be a good GM. Because even in football, basketball, all that, like the Wemby year, tank before Wemby, but last year tank before Cooper Flagg. I don't think Cooper Flagg is going to be anything close to Wemby.
Well, exactly. Ricochet is the one that you used as the example. You could have the worst season on the planet. I mean, I'm watching him play last night in junk time where
he's terrible.
It just doesn't make any sense that guy was the number 1 overall pick, but that's the luck of the draft.
I think his shoes might be on the wrong foot. He doesn't know how to tie his shoes right.
Well, regardless, I owe Minnesota an apology. That's what I want to get out of this. Like, I thought that was the worst trade
we all did.
But for winning round 1 quarterfinals.
Well, it's kind of like Jim Larinaga says with Wemby. Hey, don't put the cart in front of the horse. Let's see some success. I mean, Minnesota needs to see some success as well, deeper.
Yeah, I think that's fair, but I genuinely I don't discount like appearances to the Western Conference Finals. I'm not saying that that's fine, that like that's what everybody should be happy with and satisfied with. I understand winning a title is what everybody, the standard should be. I get that. But I also think like if that's all you do, win a title or I'm not interested, then you just devalue like a really good success story.
I'm not devaluing it, but I'm saying you're doing major recency bias right now because Gobert was so good this series.
Right.
You're doing major recency bias. Let's see what happens next series before we do this.
Yeah, that's fair. Tonight in the NBA, Magic versus Pistons at 7. The Raptors versus Cavaliers at 7:30. And the Rockets versus Lakers at 9:30. Definitely going to be keeping an eye on that last one for sure. Your weather in South Florida, it is 85 degrees. Actually, it's 86 right now. Tonight, the lows are going to drop into the low 70s.
Unless you're sitting near us at Lone Depot Park, 41 degrees.
Air conditioning is real. Y'all are concerned.
Bro, it's bad, man. This weather report is brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Storm season is coming. Make sure your home is ready. Get your free roof and window estimate today. Visit tornadoroofing.com.
All right, don't forget Eagles tickets at 4:40 this afternoon. So just 15 minutes or so away. 4:40 this afternoon, we will give away our final pair of Eagles tickets. There has never been a better time to sign up with Hard Rock Bet than today with their brand new welcome offer. Bet $5 on any game, and if your first bet wins, you also score $150 in bonus bets. So you got a winning bet and then a boosted bankroll. That's how you get the party started on Hard Rock Bet, payable in bonus bets, not a cash offer. The NBA playoffs, it continues tonight. I mean, all the action that you want. I mean, there's games all weekend. However you draw it up, Hard Rock Bet gives you tons of ways to stack your picks into an epic same-game parlay, if you would like. Playoff hockey as well has certainly delivered this postseason. That continues all weekend as well. Head over to Hard Rock Bet. Test your puck luck today. From puck lines and totals to player props and same-game parlays, every night is a shot to light the lamp on Hard Rock Bet. Imagine turning a $10 13-leg parlay into a $45,000 win. That's what one Hard Rock player did betting baseball. Wasn't me, by the way. But you could see all the big wins if you follow Hard Rock Bet on social media. It's at Hard Rock Bet on social media. And I'm telling you, all the fun starts with you downloading the Hard Rock Bet app right now. It's offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
This is Hawk, Crowder, and Solana.
What about
Yeah,
FD
hard to
Florida
see.
and FD Sun?
How about FU?
Going
It is May 1st. Well done, Jimmy. Victor Bermudez would be proud. We've got Eagles tickets 7 minutes from now. 4:40 this afternoon. Now 6 minutes from now. 4:40 this afternoon, your final pair of Eagles tickets. I just put in a bet for tonight, Solana. I did a little two-leg hit parlay. I've got Liam Hicks to get a hit and Alec Boehm to get a hit.
Who's
for
that?
the Phillies.
Oh, okay.
Now, why do I like him? Ask me.
Why do you like Alex Boehm?
Alec. Because his girlfriend is Erin Dolan, the gambler on ESPN.
Oh, okay.
Big
All
fan
right.
of hers, so I
Okay.
follow him.
All
And
right.
I'm exposed to him a lot on my timeline, so I'm doing a little Hicks Boehm get a hit parlay tonight.
Okay. All right, I'm in. I'll
You're going to
tell
tail that?
Yeah. So over a half for Alec Boehm
Right.
and Liam Hicks over a half as well.
Right. So that's at plus 117.
All right. Let's do it.
All right.
I'm in.
Time of our lives. I'm thinking about doing a Yuri Perez. See the Yuri Perez props. Yuri Perez tonight. Strikeout prop is 5.5. Over under 5.5 Ks.
I'm not good at gambling on baseball.
I know. Well, it's like I was saying to Lee Sterling. It's kind of like a scratch off ticket for me. I don't study it enough to go back and look at Yuri's strikeout total. I don't look at the lineup of the Philly. Like there's a lot of things here that a savvy gambler might take a look at. I am not a savvy gambler.
It's where, like football wise, I can go look at, okay, this defense is giving up 270 yards passing 6 games
Right.
in a row. And the over under is 265. Okay, yeah, I'm going to go over. The baseball is so different.
Here's your basketball lines, as long as we're talking about gambling. Tonight, Detroit at Orlando. You want to guess what the line is? Orlando can close it out tonight, right?
Yes, they're up 3-2.
Detroit at Orlando, Crowder.
In Orlando, board. Orlando plus 3.5. I mean, minus 3.5. Sorry. Orlando favored minus 3.5.
I think
It's actually Orlando plus 3.5.
Yeah,
You actually nailed it on the first guess.
Really?
Yeah.
The closeout game, but I've seen these closeout games last night. It doesn't really mean much to me.
Detroit is supposed to be better, but again, the Celtics were supposed to be better. So
Yep.
I don't know.
Man,
Cleveland
Paolo
at Toronto.
Banchero is not worried about any of these lines.
Cleveland at Toronto tonight. Cleveland can close it out tonight, right?
Cleveland on the road can close it out. And remember, Brandon Ingram, I'll double check right now the latest injury report, but I don't think he's going to play.
There is no prop for him.
Home dogs.
Yeah, Cleveland at Toronto. Cleveland's a 4.5 point favorite.
Yeah.
And then the biggie tonight. Houston hosting the Lakers. Houston has risen from the dead. They have turned it into a series. Lakers can close it out tonight, though, on the road. They're up 3-2?
Yep, they're up 3-2.
What do you think the line is tonight? No KD, right?
No Kevin Durant. He is out.
No Luka.
No Luka. And no Fred VanVleet either. Austin Reeves is good, though. He's not even on the injury report.
They go to 7.
Yeah, I would bet Houston's favored.
Houston's favored, but low.
Houston is a 3.5 point favorite.
Yeah.
That's basically
LeBron was cussing, though. I just saw LeBron cuss on TV. He's mad, but he's old.
I mean, you think he's going to lose 3 in a row to a KD-less Houston team?
Not 2015 LeBron, but 2026 LeBron might.
What do you think tomorrow, Game 7, Boston and Philly. Philly has come back from the dead. Game 7 is in Boston. What do you think the line is?
Boston 4.5 point favorites.
Boston -9.
Boston 7.5 point favorites. There's no way Philly wins 3 in a row off that team, is there?
No, I bet Boston money line, but the number's going to be low.
Yeah, -325.
Yeah.
And then the only series we know about starting Monday, Minnesota at San Antonio. I told you, San Antonio is a 14.5 point favorite. Wonder what they are to win the series. They've got to be big favorites to win the series, right?
Man. Yeah, there's no way Minnesota beats San Antonio.
I don't have a prop for it here.
I don't know about no way.
Minnesota has surprised me. Like I'm not writing them off.
Play it out for me.
Although when is Ant coming back?
Julius Randle goes at Wemby.
But when's Ant coming back? When's he healthy? What's he out with?
Week to week. So it could be next week. It could be in a month. Like genuinely, I don't know.
Waiting all week for this song, Jimmy. Save the best for last. A final pair of Eagles tickets. Eagles are bringing their Long Goodbye Act 3 tour to Hard Rock Live May 13th. And if you want to purchase tickets, you can go to casino.hardrock.com/Hollywood. Go to the events page or just search it up on Google. But this is our final pair that we're giving away. What caller number do you want to take here?
9.
Caller number 9 for
Davion Mitchell, 4 + 5.
How about that? Caller number 9, 305-567-0560.
I did that for Solana.
305-567-0560. Caller number 9.
Trying to make sure I do not call him Donovan Mitchell May 8th at Whiskey Stars and Cigars.
Just call him Spider.
Y'all got it in my head now. If I call this man Donovan Mitchell in his face, I'm going to be so embarrassed.
Bro.
We follow this Twitter account, Footy Scran. You know, I told you when I came back from England, I learned that Scran is a way of saying, you know, the concession items at soccer matches, really any stadium. This is a hot dog. Where is this, Solana?
This is in
Stromsgod set, but I don't know what that is.
I believe it's a team in Norway, just because they have the Norwegian flag.
Oh, Norwegia.
Norwegia.
Look at that. Look at that hot dog.
That's terrible.
Now that seems to be served on a tortilla, right? That's not a hot dog bun. That looks like a tortilla.
Is that a tortilla or is that? It does look like one, but you know how like they wrap the gyros. They wrap them in like
like a pita almost,
like a pita. That's what it looks like.
That's not a pita.
I think it's closer to a tortilla.
Yeah, pitas are thicker. You can bust them open.
That looks foul.
That's nasty. That made my IBS mess up.
Bro, that account, those account, the Footy Scran
that Footy Scran, you can't believe what. Do you think they're all legit, or do you think those are put on sometimes?
I think those are legit, man. I really do.
Yeah. I think the thought of it, with some of them y'all send, the thought of it's good, like what they're going to do, but then you have that 16-year-old back there making $8 an hour, and they're just throwing crap together.
When I went to the Real Madrid stadium, the Bernabeu, that's where the Dolphins played last year. Remember, they played that first game ever in Madrid. Well, I went for a Real Madrid game when I was in Spain a couple months ago. It was like €6. It was a brioche bun, like a burger brioche bun. But instead of a burger, it was just a tortilla, like a Spanish tortilla omelet. Bun, tortilla omelet, bun. €6. That was without a doubt the best stadium sandwich I have ever eaten in my entire life. I mean, without a doubt.
I'm pulling up right now.
Where did I go, Solana? Where they burn stuff before the game and the people fight in the stands? Where was that?
You were at the Camp Nou in Barcelona.
Yeah. Good concept foods, but they wasn't high quality.
I'm pulling up because we went to see a baseball game at the Tokyo Dome when we were in Japan, and I thought a hot dog. This is my wiener.
Huh?
This is my hot dog.
Put that away.
Bigger than I thought.
But I don't know to this day. I lasted one bite. It had a weird snap to it. I think it's potato on it. I still don't know. There was no way for me to find out.
Well, you can go ask.
In Japanese? Excuse me, what is in this? It was. I was tasting it. I didn't know what I was tasting. How the hell am I going to understand what I'm tasting when someone's speaking Japanese to me?
Around the world, I just yell K.
That's not going to fly in Japan.
I've never been to Japan.
This was.
I'll give you a heads up. It's not going to work.
K.
This was posted by that Footy Scran account as well. It's a sausage sandwich in Prague.
For those who are not watching on our YouTube stream, it's a giant sausage, but it's being held together by two tiny pieces of rye bread.
Oh, them are crackers, Hawk. Them are two crackers wrapped around a sausage.
I like the way the sausage is cooked, though.
Got a char. Yeah, a little char to it.
Man, come on. I would fight. We'd have to wrestle after you give me that.
What, if someone handed you that sausage and a couple of pieces of bread?
We locking up. I say, where's the manager? We got to decide. We have to figure this out physically.
But it's only 3 pounds. So I don't know, Hawk. You were just in London. What's 3 pounds converted to dollars?
I don't know.
You were just there.
I was there over a year ago, but do you know my math abilities?
Man,
they could have charged me 1,500 pounds for a cup of coffee and I would have paid it. And then, do you remember I walked into a CVS and I was like, cold medicine, no drowsy. And the guy goes, sure, mate.
Speak English here.
You're asking me the conversion rate? You don't understand my limitations?
3 pounds is $5. Excuse me, $4. Bro, that massive sausage with those two tiny little pieces of bread for $4.50.
Can't beat that.
I mean,
come on.
Can't beat that. All right.
No.
5 o'clock Funky Buddha happy hour is coming up. You gonna let me roll at 5 o'clock, Solana? You think you can handle it? I gotta get Unfunny Lewis. We gotta get down to Lone Depot Park. That's like a 2-hour ordeal from Boca.
yeah, I have LeBron Olai ready to go, Crowder. So
Hey, we locked in. He was cussing earlier. Let's go. Getting the express lane.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, getting the express
I'll
lane.
cut it down by 10 minutes.
it's risky though, because if there's
The express lane stops.
if there's one accident on the express lane, you'll literally you'll show up for tomorrow's game at 4 o'clock.
It's such a crapshoot, that express lane.
Let me tell you, those little plastic bumpers aren't that hard.
Yeah.
You can weave left.
No. Minimum $165 fine. Minimum. Just because you're getting older doesn't mean you have to feel like it. If your energy is low and your sleep is off, your weight won't budge, your mind feels foggy, your sex drive isn't what it used to be, it's time to switch things up. And I'm talking about Atlantic Men's Clinic. You know, maybe your game's just not quite what it used to be. You've got less energy and less drive. You don't feel like yourself. You deserve to feel your best. It's why I started getting testosterone at Atlantic Men's Clinic. At Atlantic Men's Clinic, their advanced medical strategies featuring TRT, GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1, PDA, and more treat low T and other hormonal issues to help you shed pounds, have more energy, enhance your body composition, improve your sleep, increase your sex drive, and so much more, helping you get back to feeling your best. Atlantic Men's Clinic. They really are the experts in treating low testosterone and other men's sexual health conditions. You're going to notice a difference. If you're like a lot of guys who are low T, within just a few weeks of starting treatment, you're going to feel your energy return and the brain fog go away and your sleep improve, your workouts improve, your sex drive will be significantly enhanced as well. Atlantic Men's Clinic has been serving South Florida since 2020. They have successfully treated thousands of men, me included. Don't ignore the signs. Call today. Take the first step toward feeling better again. And they have 7 locations in South Florida, so they're going to have one near you for sure. Call them at 877-455-7300. 877-455-7300, or you can visit atlanticmensclinic.com. Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Marlins pitching coach is visiting Yuri right now. I'll give you $10 if you know the pitching coach's name.
Sam.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. We're working all day. Yeah, that's all I see. It's 5 o'clock somewhere and it's right here. The Funky Buddha happy hour, everyone grab a beer. See, the boys are back and so are the guests. We talk food more than sports, but we winning our bets. To the moon, bro, with all the mundo. Hot takes and more, that's coming soon, though. Every banger like a pass, every bar off the glass. WQAM, and they coming for that ass. I'm a spaz like Solana on preheat. My dog don't care who the kicker is as long as they got 2 feet. Pickle bar champ, and he about to repeat. Don't sleep, y'all, the picture get vivid. Especially with Crowder when he cooking on the pivot. Yuck, that boy did it. Played for the Finns, embraced by this city. And then comes the man who's silly but stay litty. No avocado toast, and I hope that you ready for Mark Hochman, the big stepper from the Shock, ain't alumni, the big rapper. Gotta dap him up, and like you messing with the neighborhood chick, let's wrap it up. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and it's right here. Yeah. Take it on home. Take it on home. Let's go, y'all boys.
That means it's the 5 o'clock Funky Buddha happy hour on a Friday, man. Made it, Crowder.
We did it, baby. Funky Buddha. I'm going to have me a couple this weekend.
Funky Buddha, 5 o'clock Funky Buddha happy hour, brought to you by our friends at Funky Buddha Brewery. Good vibes are always on tap. I imagine, Crowder, you have a special weekend planned for your family. You're going to go celebrate and honor your father's life. And yes. I imagine there will be Funky Buddha involved in the celebration for the whole family.
I don't know the whole family, but I have 24 hop guns for myself for tomorrow. I don't know what they're going to drink. Maybe some water. I don't know what they're going to get. We'll go to Publix. But, yeah, I got my beer ready.
So how do you know the location that you're going to be dropping his ashes in the – like, how do you know the location? You have the coordinates? Is that how that works?
Yeah, it's a spot where we fish all the time. So I have my old GPS coordinates that I had for when I had the Grady White. So I had a big boat for 10 years. And so I'd go to the same spots, the Steeple, Hog Heaven, different spots. So it's a spot that we always go to, and pretty much my whole family's fished on this spot. So we're gonna go out. I casted my own cross to go out and drop it down on the wreck. And so you can fish with Papa for the remainder of the time, pretty much. So I think it's pretty cool.
You can make Funky Buddha part of that celebration every single time.
Yeah. I might have poured a Funky Buddha in the cement when I casted the cross.
By the way, Hawk jetted early because we're going to the Marlins game. It's going to take him 8 hours to get there up from Boca. But I'll see him in a couple hours. Our Whiskey Stars and Cigars, I'm going to remind everybody one more time this week, and we'll talk about it next week leading up to the event. But it's next Friday, May 8th. It's presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall. We're going to talk sports like we always do. We're going to get up on the stage, unfiltered. All our on-air hosts are going to be out there other than Hawk because he's going to be celebrating his son's graduation over in Tampa at Tabacone Cigars and Spirits at Plantation Walk. It's going to start at 6. We'll do the show live 2 to 6 p.m. Crowder, myself, Jimmy will all be out there. You can enjoy a nice Scotch whiskey from Johnny Walker and a smooth cigar from Drew Estate. The event is free. Last couple of years, you had to RSVP, but this year, you don't have to do that. Just stop on by, and if you want more info, go to our website, WQAM.com. You must be 21 years or older, and we'll see you at 6 p.m. next Friday, a week from today, May 8th, at Tabacone Cigars and Spirits at Plantation Walk. It's Whiskey Stars and Cigars, presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall. 4 brands, 1 location, your local Cadillac, Buick, GMC, and Chevy dealer. It's always a fun event, Crowder.
We're getting on stage again?
I think so.
Because I know that was a curveball, because if you get me off air, it's about to get a little funky, as we say.
I was talking with Len and our promo director Tyler about it, and they're like, "Oh, last year Hawk he navigated everything with you and Joe and Leroy." I said, "F it, just hand them all 3 of them the mic. They'll figure it out." Like,
it's a good time.
Yeah, they'll figure it out. So if you want to come out again, you don't have to RSVP. you just come out, and we've talked about it a couple of times. Davion Mitchell will be out there from the Miami Heat as well. Take some pictures, and we'll try to get him on the podium as well to answer some questions from old Tobin and I.
Davion.
Yeah.
I got something for him.
Davion Mitchell, man.
That's pretty cool, though. No, that's awesome. He's coming out, man. It'd be a good time.
I want to do headlines here, and we're going to talk a little bit of Marlins baseball coming up this hour as well. But before we do that, Crowder, we haven't talked any Dolphins today, and I just want to sneak something in. I saw two things that I thought were interesting, and I want to run by you. This is from CBS Sports, the most questionable 2026 NFL draft picks for every team. Mm-hmm. And this is what they have for the Dolphins. Do you want to I mean, we had 13 guys. I don't know if you remember all 13, but do you want to guess what the most questionable one was? Do you have a guess?
I got them written down. Kakamarak and Bell and Moore and Lewis and Rodriguez. Proctor, the number one pick. He wasn't the number one lineman on the board, and he was taken over him. And John Eric Sullivan said he's a rare pick, but like you have to stick with that and lock in with that. So I would say it's the number one pick.
So it's not, but that is a good guess because I do think a lot of people are skeptical about it. They have wide receiver Caleb Douglas, who was our first pick in the third round.
Yeah.
He's the guy out of Texas Tech. I remember reading when he got picked. And by the way, I didn't scout this guy. I didn't watch Texas Tech games last year, so I'm not pretending like I know anything about the dude other than what I've read about him since the Dolphins drafted him. I'll trust Sully for right now. We'll see, right? Like that's one of those things. We'll see. But I saw people talking about how they had him either going in the 6th or 7th round on a lot of mocks, and that people were like, what the F did the Dolphins just do taking him in the 3rd round? He would have been there late. I saw one guy say that he had him not even getting drafted as an undrafted guy. So, again, that doesn't mean anything. That's just what people are expecting. But this is what they wrote. They said Miami's wide receiver depth was barren prior to the draft, so they had to get some bodies in the room. Douglas was not high on my board. Again, this is CBSSports.com. So they write Chris Brazzell, Ted Hurst, or even Bryce Lance would have been more worthwhile swings. It is worth noting that the Giants jumped directly in front of the Dolphins and took Notre Dame's Malachi Fields. So I guess they were expecting the Dolphins to take Malachi Fields. He wasn't there. So then they just kind of panicked and took Caleb Douglas. But that's who they have as the Dolphins' most questionable pick.
6'3", 2 bills. Big man.
Yeah.
That's what they wanted to do. We've been talking about all week, Solana. They wanted to get big. They went and got a 6'3" wide receiver. And it's going to – Proctor, even Chris Johnson and Rodriguez. Like everybody, Rodriguez is going to be Zach Thomas. Is he really? All these picks, Sully's going to have to be accountable for these. This is so funny. Everybody criticizes Chris Greer with the things he made and some decisions that were made. Like we've laughed about it with the Deion Jordans and all those guys. You're going to have to look at Proctor and look at Douglas and look at Rodriguez in 2 or 3 years and say, we had 13 picks. What are they panning out to be? But I would say the Douglas pick to that point, he's a gigantic human. And that's what I just saw through the entire draft. They wanted big dudes. They had a white safety, was the first guy under 6 feet they took. What is the Taffy or whatever his name is?
Yeah.
We know, like that's what they do. They went and got big guys. So if Douglas goes out there and balls, okay, he knew what he was doing. If not, you swung and missed. He said he's trying to hit I'm trying to hit doubles, not home runs thing. You get a 6'3" wide receiver, he can catch back shoulders, he can go up and get the ball. Like, is he going to be a Pro Bowler? We don't know. But is he going to be a contributor? They're trying to find contributors now, Solana. They're not trying to – they can't swing for the fences when you're anticipated to go 4-13.
Even in the short term, like this guy doesn't have to be a Pro Bowler, but in the short term, he can have a decent rookie season and maybe a good sophomore season. I think that's a win. By the way, you draft 2 tight ends and 3 wide receivers in a draft. That's 5 potential weapons. I know one of the tight ends is more of a blocking guy, but either way, 5 potential weapons. You hit on 2 of those 5. And in my opinion, it's considered a win. I'm not saying it's whatever, but you had 13 picks. You drafted 2 tight ends, 3 wide receivers. You don't have to hit on all 5 to have a quote unquote successful draft. Like you hit on 2 of those 5 who are going to be with you for the next 5-6 seasons. I don't know. I just feel like it's impossible to hit on all 5 guys that you're drafting at those positions. You're like it never happens that way. But you hit on 2 of those 5 with that amount of picks. I think that's fine.
And realistically, what's your thought? Because we talked to Chris Perkins this week. We talked to Omar Kelly this week. We talked to a bunch of different guys. 13 picks. How many have to be contributors? And 5 was kind of the number everybody got to. You get 5 starters out of a draft. That's it. And I kind of agree with that. You get 5 guys out of 22 that are babies or puppies, 20, 21 years old. I think you've won. And if you get 1, what are we doing? What are you doing, JES?
Right. That's the thing. What's funny is we're doing it to ourselves as a fan base. We're hyping up this draft so much. And rightfully so, by the way. This organization has won a playoff game in 25 years. This is another rebuild that they're putting us through. And these are the 2 guys, hand-selected once again by Steven Ross and Troy Aikman. Like, these are the guys that were hand-selected. Okay, they have 13 picks in their first NFL draft. They better hit on some of them. Like, part of that is true, Crowder, but you're right. I mean, the NFL draft is the NFL draft. You don't hit on every single guy. You just don't, like it just doesn't happen that way.
Yeah, the 05 draft, hell, we hit on 5 of 8, and I was a big part of that because I brought everybody else's draft stock up pretty much.
Listen, man, 3 third-round picks. We have a pretty good track record of our third-round picks just being whatever guys,
Man, I believe in Kakmarak. I don't know how to say his name, but I believe in Kakmarak.
This was interesting, too. We don't have a lot of time, Crowder, but this was interesting. I heard Tobin and Leroy debating this earlier this week. Which young Dolphins player, is under more pressure to succeed this season? Chop Robinson or Jonah Savaiinaya?
Chop Robinson.
That's a good question, though. But
it is a good question.
It's probably it's Chop. Yeah, it's Chop.
You have Aaron Brewer is amazing center. We'll see Austin Jackson, first-round pick as well, but Savaiinaya is a second-round pick. Terrible for rookie season, but let's develop, let him get some film in and all that stuff. Chop Robinson has not contributed to the team in a year and a half. He had the end, 2 years ago? He had a good little 5-6 game stretch at the end.
Yeah.
But you can't play him on first and second down because he can't set an edge. The Jalen Phillips and what was the big boy from Denver?
Bradley Chubb.
Chubb and Phillips were the guys, and they try to put, Chop in there. The funny thing with Chop is I hope they approach Chop like they approach Micah Parsons, and they stand him up and let him run around and get one-on-ones or try to find a way to maximize him, because Chop Robinson, I don't think God built him to be a 3-down defensive end, and that was a miss if you're drafting a guy in the first round that can't play 3 downs. You can't take a guy in the first round that you have to play 16 plays a game. I think Chop has to really prove he can play in this league consistently.
All right, let's do headlines. We're sponsored by Doral Kia. You always pay less with your pricito at Doral Kia. Visit them at Doral Kia, doralkia.com. The Marlins open up a 4-game series versus the Phillies. Talking about it earlier, Hawk and I will be there tonight. Hey, did you see this? Russell Wilson, your boy, is apparently... Don't make us go viral. Don't settle down here. I already see you shaking your head. Settle down. I don't want to get you in trouble in the last segment or the last hour of the show.
I hope the best for him.
Russell Wilson, if he doesn't end up signing with an NFL team, I saw a report considering broadcasting, doing some TV stuff, national TV stuff.
Yeah, but what is it? NBC or CBS? One of them two.
Of those. Yeah, one of those.
Listen, let him try it. Me and his personalities would never be friends in a locker room. But let him try. I didn't think Eli Manning could be as good as he is on the Manning cast and all that stuff. I thought Eli Manning was a plant on the porch. Yeah. But Eli has some personality, so maybe Russell can surprise me. But what I've seen, the Mr. Incredible and all that stuff, the draft day stuff, I question it.
Mr. Unlimited.
There we go. Unlimited.
Hey, but Eli is good in that role. Like him and Peyton being goofballs together. Like they're good. I'm not hating on the Manning cast because I really like it.
Yeah.
But I don't think Eli would be great on like a studio show where you had to break down X's and O's and have like serious football debates. He knows football, but it's funnier when he's being goofy with his big bro. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the way I see it.
No, it's a whole different. I've done studio. I did Inside the NFL. I've done ESPN. I had the podcast stuff. I'm more successful at podcasting because I can just be myself and just talk freely as long as I want to. Like on radio, I've had this 13 years I've been on radio where I can really talk. When they do that thing where Channing talk about linebacker 17 seconds, I'm not as good as I am on radio because I'm like, okay, and I try to rush through it. So it's going to be something. I doubt it. I do doubt that Russell's going to be that impressive, but he could surprise me like Eli surprised me with his brother. But he's not a goofball. He wants to be serious and all that stuff. And I think media is getting away from those people as you see the contracts that Stephen A. Smith and those different dudes are signing. That serious stuff is, you can't talk about third down efficiency anymore. Nobody wants to hear that crap. I can look on my internet and see if they have third down efficiency.
Well, he just wants to be deep, and I don't know how that plays on TV. He wants to be deep.
It's tough.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of different jobs, Solana. I'll take a check. I'll host anything for a check.
Magic versus Pistons tonight at 7 p.m. Who wins? Magic or Pistons? Straight up. I'm not even doing bets. Who wins?
I think the Magic get it.
Yeah,
I think the Magic just close it out tonight.
I think the Magic win too, which is why I'm probably going to every pick I feel like is going to happen, I'm going to bet the opposite because I've just been so off. Raptors, Cavs, we're all going with the Cavs, right?
Cavs,
gonna close us out. And then Rockets, Lakers. Does your boy LeBron get it done?
Boy, listen, it's appointment watching tonight. I can't wait to see this game because they've been talking crap to LeBron, telling him that they have a better roster. LeBron's on national TV cussing. I need to see what LeBron does at 41 years old with a little fire under him.
Doesn't part of you though want a Game 7 just for the chaos of it all? I'm dying for a Game 7 in this series.
Solana, win or go home. I'll watch two lizards fight by my porch if it's win or go home. I love games, the Game 7s because it's win it or you're gonna go to Cancun and they're moving forward. I love the football structure is what I love playoff wise. But Game 7s in the NBA are some of the most intense games you can ever watch.
F1 Grand Prix, if you're going out there, Miami Grand Prix, enjoy it and try to stay cool. It's going to be hot as hell. My Buffalo Sabres, rooting them on tonight against the Bruins, and go Canadians. They can close out the stupid Lightning tonight in Montreal. And Inter Miami, they host Orlando City tomorrow. It's the Turnpike Derby. Your weather in South Florida right now, again, I said it's hot as hell. Tonight, the lows are going to drop into the mid to upper 70s. And this weekend, again, it is going to be a scorcher. That weather report brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, replacing roofs, roof repairs, maintenance, and hurricane impact windows and doors. Visit tornadoroofing.com. Earlier in the show, we had Kyle Seeloff on to talk about the Marlins' big series win over the Dodgers and to preview the Marlins Phillies series as well. The Marlins TV play-by-play broadcaster Kyle Seeloff. We're going to replay that conversation for you. Coming up in the next segment, it's the 5 o'clock Funky Buddha Happy Hour on Hochman, Crowder, and Solana.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
You're not a cheese guy?
Depends.
On what?